Your Mingus Marauders are on the air. Mingus Marauder Football is proudly sponsored by Gettle's High Desert Mechanical, offering solutions for your comfort. Northern Arizona Healthcare, improving health, improving people. And Suzy Q Market, the best road trips start at Suzy Q. Mingus Marauder Football is also brought to you by these fine businesses. Jackson Hewitt Rice Accounting, with locations across Northern Arizona. Larry Green Chevrolet, the people place. And Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality. Radio sponsors of the Marauders on AM 1600, 96.3 FM, and online at vertivalleytv.com include All Price Insurance. Call 634-2311 to get your quote. Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs. Yavapai College, you can, we can, together. And Rock Zoo Screen Printers, where clothing comes to rock. And now we go out to the press box for Philip Catalfamo and Nick Yatsinko.
Welcome to Phoenix, Arizona for tonight's Friday night matchup as the Mingus Union Marauders travel to take on the Alhambra Lions. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. Want to welcome you here to our Thursday night football matchup. I said Friday night, but it's actually Thursday, Nick. We're in Phoenix, Arizona. We're not too far away from my alma mater, Grand Canyon University. However, we're calling some high school football.
On a Thursday night, so weird, but you know what? We'll take it. And Friday night, tomorrow, the rest of our region will be playing, so we can keep up to date on those scores. So tonight's going to be interesting.
We are getting pumped and ready for this game as the Marauders travel for an out-of-region game against the 5A Metro team, the Alhambra Lions. We'll get you the Marauders, we'll get you the Alhambra Lions, and we'll get you the start of kickoff here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Yavapai College has 6 campuses and centers in Sedona, the Prescott area, and the Verde Valley. With more than 100 degree and certificate programs, YC has what you need to jumpstart your academic journey. Our athletics teams are some of the best in the nation, and we have plenty of student-led clubs, organizations, and activities. Our full-time student discount makes YC the most affordable option in Arizona for a full-time student. Learn more today at yc.edu.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
2 things we can count on every year:
a new set of tax rules and great weather here in Northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Choose precision. Choose innovation. Choose robotic-assisted knee and hip replacement. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Choose the region's most comprehensive heart program. Choose care close to home. Choose world-class surgeons. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Want to welcome you back here inside the pregame show as we are getting ready and set as the Mingus Union Marauders travel to take on the Alhambra Lions here on our Thursday night football matchup. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. I'll tell you what, Nick, it's really weird playing on a Thursday night. However, the Marauders coming off a phenomenal win, regardless of what day of the week it is that they're playing. A great, unfortunate loss for the Marauders, but a phenomenal game for the team, 49-42. A come-from-behind victory for the Flagstaff Eagles. But, Nick, the Marauders looked real sharp in that game.
One of the best high school football games I've been blessed to see, and it was incredible. All the credit goes to Flagstaff and that comeback they had. That was one for the legendary books, and I'm sure those kids will think back on that game for a long time. And on the flip side of it, for our Marauder alumni, that's going to sting for a little while, and it starts tonight, Philip, getting back out on the field and trying to get a win against Alhambra here.
Well, Nick, you and I talked a little bit about your experience, of course, playing against Flagstaff High School. Of course, the Marauders are not playing against the Eagles, so we won't talk too much about them, but you're right, it definitely sort of opens up the wounds a little bit, and it sort of feeds a little bit more into that rivalry between the Marauders and the Eagles. Of course, the Marauders are traveling here to take on the 5A Metro team of Alhambra High School, but again, let's keep talking about this team. Like we mentioned, the Marauders came out looking phenomenal against the Flagstaff Eagles, a team that had their number all last season, 7-0 victory for the Flagstaff Eagles in 2020, but here in 2021, while it was a win for the Eagles, a very, very high-scoring game, like I said, 49-42, a come-from-behind victory. Let's take a look at some of those stats in that win against, in that loss against Flagstaff. Zach Harrison, 4 for 9, 92 yards passing, 1 touchdown over the air, 50 yards rushing. Great to see the senior starting to use the arm a little bit more. We saw it more in the Yunker game. You can see the stats there on Verde Valley TV. Starting to see a little bit more of the arm from Zach Harrison, and he utilized his legs as well.
And I like that he's utilizing different wide receivers too. So he's starting to spread the ball out a little bit. I like seeing Perkins come out of the backfield. Alvarez, multi-use as a running back, wide receiver is a dangerous combo. Contreras, he gives us a little height on the outside. So yeah, I'd for sure like to see Zach come out and play a little bit more of that air game. We talked about it during the Flagstaff halftime show, and then sure as anything, Marauders came out and they were playing the air ball, and they did great too. It was nice to see Zach get comfortable in the pocket, and the Marauders offense put up 42 points. That's outstanding, and that's not to say they put up 45 points the week before that. So the offense has got a lot of momentum right now.
A gentleman who did a lot of scoring for the Mingus Union Marauders, you mentioned it, Angelo Alvarez, who has been, Matt Showalter called him El Toro, or the Bull. So I think that's a pretty good nickname for Angelo Alvarez, because he is definitely a bull when he gets the ball in his hands. Last week against Flagstaff, 14 carries, 129 yards on the ground, 3 rushing touchdowns. And of course, we got to talk about how good he is on special teams. Starting the game with a kickoff return touchdown and then coming right back, not too far after that, I think maybe a quarter or so after that, and rushing for another kick return touchdown. So Angelo Alvarez, you can see the stats there on your screen, really making his presence felt this season in his final year at Mingus Union.
An absolute staple for the Marauders. He's kind of filled in where those seniors graduated and moved on last year. Drew Meyer, a couple of those guys who put up some good on-the-ground yards. Alvarez has made up for that big time. To watch those kick returns for touchdowns last week was incredible. Yeah. And then it was so exciting to call him running that football, because every time he carries that football, whether it's an inside jet right up the middle or a sweep to the outside, he's looking to take out a defender while he's running the football. So if he doesn't find open grass in front of him that he can just kind of burst with speed into, he's going to be looking to hit the defense, which if you're on the defensive side, that sucks to have a running back who's so hard-nosed like that. Yep. Awesome to see him run the football like that. And, man, I would say that was a season opener right there for him.
Well, Angelo, of course, ran well against Thunderbird in Week 1. Of course, had a great game against Yunker in Week 2. Comes back Week 3, continues continues his momentum into that game against Flagstaff. Plays very well there. Now here against Alhambra, looking to put up obviously similar numbers. Of course, everybody wants to get into the end zone. But let's talk about the guys who are opening those holes up for him. The offensive line for Mingus Union has really been playing well, and we'll talk about it on the defensive side as well, because a lot of those guys are playing both sides of the ball. But Anthony Islis, Curtis Glassman, Jordan Freudenreich, I think, Nicholas Choate have all contributed. If I missed a couple names, I do apologize. But Ian Contreras as well, at tight end. We'll talk about him when we get to the receivers. But, I mean, offensive line has been phenomenal for the Mingus Union Marauders, and is one of the big reasons why Angelo Angelo Alvarez has had so many holes to run, not only, of course, on the offensive side of the ball, but in special teams as well.
Yeah, and to even go further with that, even on the defensive side of the ball.
Right.
Because down low, when you're playing a lineman position, you got 3 down linemen for defense, to open up a lane to blitz in or to drop back in coverage, you need to utilize those linemen at their absolute best. And like you said, Nick Chote, Islis, these guys are just Esteban Loretto.
Yeah, Esteban Loretto, that was
had an interception for a touchdown last week, and that would have been the best call because, man, did he deserve it. What a game he played. And, yeah, those guys going back and forth on defense and offense. Islis, Chote, and Loretto, I know we're going both ways. Glassman was in there for a couple plays, too. That's some good stamina that those big linemen are showcasing out there. And the Marauders have got to feed off that momentum.
Well, and along with that, Nick, you talk about Esteban Loretto potentially getting an interception return, but if you watch the end of that game, Esteban was the one who recovered the kickoff, and had he gotten to the edge or maybe had a little bit more speed, he may have returned a kickoff return touchdown for what would have potentially set up the game-tying touchdown, but of course that unfortunately did not happen. But we'll see if Esteban can maybe get a kick return here tonight somehow for probably no reason.
What an exciting week for those players.
Yeah.
I know it was a tough loss to handle for the Marauders,
right?
But you got to look through the clouds because, man, did they have just an outstanding game overall.
Yeah, and then let's move over to the receivers a little bit. Not as much through the air this past week for the Mingus Union Marauders as opposed to against Yunker, where they did have a few more receiving touchdowns, and I'll even take that a step further and talk about week 1 against Thunderbird. But Austin Wharf, we've seen him incorporated in the offense as a receiver. Ian Contreras a little bit more recently. His game last week against Flagstaff, 2 receptions, 72 yards receiving, and 1 receiving touchdown for him as well. Ian has been finding his way into the offense and has been doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, and that height definitely helps Zach Harrison out. It's nice to see Zach finally starting to get comfortable throwing the ball to him. That first game against Thunderbird, we saw Austin Wharf come through clutch. He had 2 catches for 2 touchdowns that game. So even though Zach only hit him twice, I mean, it's wide open, and Austin Wharf did the rest of it. You got to catch that and get to the end zone, and he did. And that support is going to open up the other wide receivers. So as long as Zach can get comfortable in that pocket, which we expect, the offensive line's been playing great, so he should have some time to set up back there. And if he can utilize some different weapons, it's really going to open it up for him tonight.
You can see the Marauders cheer team getting ready on Verde Valley TV. Of course, if you're listening on KYBC, you got what's going on here. But Marauders getting ready for kickoff here. Nick, let's shift our focus to the defensive side of the ball. Of course, we talked about the offensive line. We can kind of transition that into the defensive line. Most of the guys for the Mingus Union Marauders who are on the O-line do find themselves on the defensive line. Anthony Islis has done a great job. Esteban Loretto, in my opinion, had a great stop at the goal line to shut down Flagstaff. Of course, was eventually called a 2-point conversion. But regardless of that, Esteban Loretto outside of that game has done phenomenal on the defensive line. The Marauders have done a great job of getting pressure on the quarterback, and it has to do with Esteban Loretto, Anthony Islis, Nicholas Choate, all those guys we mentioned on the O-line, and of course, Brazen Durkalek, who honestly on the defensive edge has been an absolute game changer.
Yeah, and credit goes to coaching. With a lot of those, you see a lot of stunts like that where your linemen are going to crisscross on the inside. A linebacker might blitz or a safety might blitz, which is where Perkins came in on some of his pressure, Durkalek, some of his pressure. And, yeah, a lot of the credit goes to those linemen. And good job, Coach Montebaez and Fernando Anguiano down there coaching up their defensive line to give them the best opportunity to get in the backfield.
Just to give you some defensive stats here, Brazen Durkalek last week against Flagstaff, 13 total tackles, 7 solo, 6 assisted. Anthony Islis, the big senior, number 75, 10 total tackles, 8 solo, 2 assisted. And Nicholas Choate, of course, the sophomore, big sophomore, number 77, 7 total tackles, 4 assisted, and 3 solo. Nick, improvements on last week. Of course, we given a lot of kudos to the offense and the defense, but of course there are areas to improve. Another I do want to point out, of course, Marcus Bueno, phenomenal job special teams. He's been great ever since week 2. Struggled a little bit in week 1, but Marcus has been absolutely 100 for 100 on point after attempts and field goals. You see the stats there. Marcus Bueno, you got a couple of his kickoff stats there as well. 14 kickoffs, 695 yards. He's averaging about 49.6 yards in his kickoff. And you can see his PATs. He's only missed one. It was against Thunderbird. One field goal converted. 32 was his longest field goal. And, of course, he's scored a total of 16 points. But, Marcus doing a phenomenal job. He was our player of the game not too long ago. But special teams-wise, we talked about Angelo Alvarez. We talked about Marcus Bueno. Anything else you want to add to special teams before we talk about improvements?
I mean, just continuing to execute, because if you can return 2 kicks for touchdowns in the same game, that's pretty incredible kickoff return. That means you're coached up really, really well, and if you're out on that kickoff return, you know your job, and they were doing it last week. And same on the opposite side, the kickoff. Like you said, Bueno kicks that into the end zone half the time, and that is awesome. You're going to make the other team drive 80 yards, which is very tough in high school football. So for special teams-wise, I don't think so. I'd like to see on the defensive side of it, maybe our DBs, maybe try to bat the ball a little bit more than we saw in the previous game. Flagstaff obviously has a great air attack that we saw last week. Phenomenal air attack. Couple collegiate level wide receivers. And, when you're playing against guys like that, you got to do anything you can, be scrappy to knock that ball out, to get it out of the air. You don't necessarily have to go for the glamour and go for the big interception, which is what we saw quite a few of our DBs do last week. Now, you can save the game. Sure, you can pick that off. But like we saw right at the tail end of that game, it was just over the fingertips of our defensive backs. So I'd like to see that cleaned up a little bit. Otherwise, boy, when you're scoring 42 points and an offense like Flagstaff, we kept them to 20-something points that first half, that's crucial. So if defense can build off that, you got to forget about the end of that game, because that, like we were watching, what a heartbreaker that is. So you got to kind of erase that. Like I said earlier, look through the clouds. If you're the defense, special teams, I don't think it has to change anything. Just continue to execute.
Well, the Marauders are taking on the Alhambra Lions, and we will preview that team and get you the 3 keys of the game and kickoff here right around the corner on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll talk about the home team here in Phoenix, Arizona. Stay with us.
Two things we can count on every year:
a new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Want to welcome you back to Alhambra High School as the Mingus Union Marauders travel to Phoenix, Arizona to take on these Alhambra Lions. You can see the Mingus Marauders making their way to the field. Alhambra as well making their way to the field. You can see the Marauders wearing their white and red uniforms, and Alhambra wearing the green and red. Haven't seen that combination yet this season. Love the helmets for Alhambra. A little bit of a callback to Alabama. Of course, they've got the Alabama A for Alhambra and the numbers on the other side as well. Talking about these Alhambra Lions, coached under Coach Charles Rivera. This team, 0-3 so far, looking for their first win of the season. Marauders looking for their second win of the season before they head on the road to take on Bradshaw. Of course, Alhambra will be right here at home against Carl Hayden next week. But Nick, this is the first time that these two programs have matched up in the regular season. However, you have some specific experience against Alhambra in a scrimmage.
Yeah, fortunately, 2007, 2008 season, we were here for a scrimmage before their regular season. And boy, I would say the Marauders definitely had the better night that night. Alhambra's definitely in a rebuilding. But anytime you come down and play these big Phoenix schools, Philip, we're going to talk about it a little bit more too, but these guys are incredible, and they can have a great program like they once did.
Well, I mean, let's talk about it. Of course, this is a 5A team, so the Marauders are playing up. They're a 4A team out of the 4A Grand Canyon region, and of course, Alhambra out of the 5A Metro. So Marauders playing up a weight class here tonight against a relatively familiar foe. But like we mentioned last week against North, a tough loss for Alhambra, 60-0. Roman Moreno, the quarterback, 1 for 7 for 36 yards, connected with Keyshawn Lindsay, 1 reception for 36 yards, and Manuel Yanez, the sophomore running back, 4 carries, 11 yards rushing. So it'll be interesting to see how these two teams match up as we get ready here in the pregame festivities. I believe we are getting ready for the national anthem. So what we'll do is we'll take a quick break for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll continue our preview here and get you ready for kickoff. Stay with us here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $16 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on fuel with the Marathon Make It Count reward program. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles and go Marauders!
You're going to love the new interactive website from Roxu Screen Printers. Now you can create your custom t-shirt design online. Simply choose a t-shirt or hat style, easily upload your logo, or create the perfect design. Workwear, tees, uniforms, polos, and caps, and let's not forget those special occasion tees, all designed online by you. Go to ROKZOO.com, Roxu Screen Printing in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock. 24/7 at the all-new Roxu.com.
Want to thank Alhambra's ROTC for handling the beautiful flag that they've got there in the middle of the field for those of you who are watching on Verde Valley TV but listening on KYBC. Much like you see on Sundays, Nick, with the giant flag, all the servicemen. Of course, these kids are getting ready for a possible career in the military, so I want to thank them very much. And, of course, the student who is singing the national anthem, I do apologize for not getting his name, but great job all around here at Alhambra to get us ready for the kickoff here at Alhambra High School as the Mingus Union Marauders travel to take on the Alhambra Lions here in Phoenix, Arizona. Nick, we were talking a little bit about these two teams. Like I mentioned, you have a little bit of experience playing against them in a scrimmage. This is the first time these two programs are matching up in the regular season. And like I mentioned, Alhambra coming off of a loss, Mingus coming off a loss. Both these two teams looking for wins. Both of them looking to sort of maybe change the direction of their season. Well, here we are. And Nick, let's talk a little bit about what the Marauders have to do to get a victory here tonight.
Yeah, they're going to have to play really, really well because, like you just said it, Alhambra's 0-3, looking for their first win. Any team that's winless is very, very dangerous. We know, covering the Marauders the last couple seasons, as a rebuilding team the Marauders have been, they're dangerous. Any given day, especially playing region football, this, of course, is not a region game tonight. But really, an 0-3 team you got to look out for. We were watching warm-ups. Alhambra's definitely got some great athletes out there. And like you said, they play in the 5A, which is significantly bigger than 4A. And there's a lot of huge schools up in that 5A division that Saguaro, just to name a couple power programs that Alhambra's going to have to see. Carl Hayden, another huge program.
They'll be playing them next week.
So it gives Alhambra a lot of credit. So to beat this team, you're going to have to come in here and execute well. And I know we got some 3 points to the game that we're going to talk about here too. And boy, I'm going to say no turnovers. No turnovers is going to be clutch.
Well, let's here we get a second here. We'll bring up our 3 keys to the game, but we'll give it just a second here to see if we're going to get the coin toss going. Just real quick before we get into our 3 keys to the game here, Nick. As we get set here for Mingus Union. But to add on to what you were saying, I agree. A hungry team, a winless team is always hungry for a victory. And a team that has a victory can already cross that off the checklist of things for the season. So I got to say, Mingus cannot come into this game thinking that just because, North beat Alhambra and of course the other teams, Alhambra's winless right now, they cannot overestimate this team. Anybody can win on any night.
Right.
Nick, it's Thursday. We don't usually play games on Thursday. So we've already got almost like a black cat walking across the field for the most part. So Mingus has just got to make sure that they play smart and make sure that they, limit their turnovers, of course, limit the penalty yards. We saw that against Thunderbird. We saw it as well against Yatsinko. The penalty yards were starting to be a problem. Did a great job of cleaning it up last week, kept their penalty yards down. And anyway, so we'll like I said, just don't underestimate Alhambra. They're hungry for a victory. They got their home fans here. Some more people are filing in, and you never want to take anybody lightly. But let's take a look at our 3 keys to the game. We haven't gotten the national anthem started just yet. Nick, we talked about second half stamina. Both guys playing on each side of the ball. Second half stamina is going to be very, very important for the Mingus Union Marauders. They do a lot of their scoring in the first half. The second half, they're kind of more sustaining the lead.
Yeah, and that's okay. It's okay if you can sustain that lead. And yeah, especially the big guys we were talking about, Chote, Islas, Loretto, Glad. These guys are going to have to hydrate on the sidelines. They're going to have to hydrate, continue to be hydrated. Fortunately, here in Phoenix, it is not as hot as usual.
It's pretty gory. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, we've had cloudy weather down here in the valley, and it's, I believe, just dropping under 90 degrees now. So fortunately, the Marauders are making out good with that, because usually it's still quite hot here without any clouds or anything. But you're right. That stamina is going to come in key. You got to keep hydrated. Continue to win special teams. We talked about that in the pregame show. The special teams last week was immaculate. You're going to have to carry that on. You want to keep winning games, you're going to have to carry that on into these next weeks. And then no turnovers.
Right.
It was only 1 turnover that we saw last week, and boy, was it detrimental. And it's so unfortunate to have to go back on that, but it really was. It was a turnover right, I think, inside the 15. 15 or 10, and we basically gave Flagstaff a little bit of a walk right in the end zone. You're going to have to avoid that tonight. If you're looking for a hungry team like Alhambra, you bet is going to take advantage of mistakes like that.
Of course they are, and like you said, Nick, that fumble did kind of result, and not to pick on the player who did it too much, but you're right, Nick. Turnovers are going. Teams are going to take advantage of turnovers. Wherever it happens. Unfortunately, last week, we had a fumble near the goal line. Thankfully, the Marauders defense was able to keep Flagstaff on their side of the field when the turnover occurred. So Mingus was able to keep the damage down. Then, of course, Flagstaff ended up scoring, but at the time, Mingus was able to get that stop as we get our coin toss going here. The coin toss sponsored, of course, by the Cottonwood Public Library. I want to thank them for sponsoring this aspect of the broadcast. The Cottonwood Library, trying to build that resume? Check out the Cottonwood Public Library for volunteer opportunities. The Teen Zone is a great place to get started and looks fantastic on that college application. The Cottonwood Public Library, connecting the community. Visit ctwpl.info for more information. I'll tell you what, resumes, they come up a lot when you're an adult, as we both know.
Unfortunately.
Yes.
Unfortunately, and fortunate enough, we're both up here calling the game.
Yes, we are both thankfully employed. But anyway, we want to thank Cottonwood Public Library for helping us out for this aspect of the broadcast as we get to see which side of the ball the Marauders are going to be starting on and if they will be starting with the ball. You can see Angelo Alvarez, Austin Worf, Freddie Jimenez, and I believe
Glassman.
That is Curtis Glassman down there for the Marauders as their captains. As we see, Alhambra will be declining, so Mingus will start with the ball on offense. Alhambra will kick it away. And Nick, we're just a few minutes away from the start of this game.
Hey, got to get that sour taste out of your mouth from last week, playing that Flagstaff Eagle team. And what's funny is the uniforms tonight, if you replace Alhambra's red with white, it looks just like the Eagles jerseys.
Yes.
Ironic enough. But no, the Marauders are going to have to execute well. And I'm interested to see how Alhambra's going to come out. They're going to come out guns blazing. Down 3 games, 0-3. They're here at home. There's a nice little crowd here. Marauders have a nice little following crowd as well. So what a Thursday night. Thursday night. So weird to say for football, but here we are. And yeah, these teams non-region play. So it's good experience. And like we talked about in the pregame a little bit, these programs haven't seen each other.
Right.
So besides a scrimmage that was about almost a decade ago.
None of these kids were playing there.
Right. So very, very new to each other. I mean, game film's going to be clutch. You're going to have to watch all the plays that the other team does. Now, after tonight, we'll obviously have a regular season game in the books against Alhambra, and then next season or the season after, you start to build that relationship with the team where you're watching film and you know their program a little bit. So you kind of know what style offense they're going to run, what style defense they're going to give you. Makes it easier to prepare for. But when it's a new team like this, both these teams are seeing something new on the other side of the ball. It's going to be fun.
You can see the Marauder faithful traveling here to Mingus Union High School on your TV screen on Verde Valley TV. As we mentioned, the Marauders will start on the offensive side. Marauders will be going from left to right on your radio dial. Alhambra will be going from right to left. As we get going here in the first quarter, Mingus Union taking on the Alhambra Lions for basically what is the first time in program history, or at least for these kids on the field and yours truly here behind the mic. But Angelo Alvarez waiting back there, looking for his return.
He can't wait to get that football.
I know he can't. Yep.
I like it. That's exactly how you'd want your receiving running back to be out there. And he's, man, what a hard-nosed running back he is.
Kicking it away for the Alhambra Lions will be Roman Moreno, the quarterback, and is also the kicker and punter here at Alhambra High School. So we'll see what the Lions have in store for the Marauders. Of course, Alhambra's got to be very, very aware of who is down there getting ready to return it. They're going to start with an onside. We'll see if it went about 10 yards and who picked it up. It looks like Alhambra may have gotten it on an onside kick to start the game.
They most certainly did, and what a play call, huh, Philip?
Wow.
They must have saw the Marauders step back a little bit, and Alhambra recovered that. That was a clean 10 yards. That ball went a clean 10 yards.
Yep.
Didn't really see the Marauders ready for that one at all. And here we go. Alhambra's going to start with the ball.
Alhambra is starting on offense again, going from right to left on your radio dial. The ball is spotted on the Marauder. Looks like 47 or 8. And we'll get the official ruling here in just a second. But
short field, not how you want to start on the defensive side here. Hey, Marauders just got to come out strong, real strong here. It's already a special teams win for Alhambra.
Yeah,
already.
An early victory here for the Alhambra Lions as they now get an opportunity on offense. Again, if you're just joining us, an onside kick gave them the ball to start the game. So we'll see what the Marauders can do. So smart, I got to say, smart play, of course, on the side of Alhambra to take the ball out of the hands of Angelo Alvarez. We'll probably see that a little bit more tonight. Those squib kicks, short kicks, touchbacks as much as they can. So Alhambra will rush to the line. Romero, the quarterback in the backfield, 2 wide receivers on both ends. Man in the backfield, that's number 22. Moreno is going to hand it off to the right side, stopped right back at the line. That run there by number 22, that is Manuel Yanez. So Yanez is going to get maybe right back at the line, potentially 1 or 2 on that run, and it'll bring up second down.
Big Nick Chote out there on the tackle. Man, that sophomore, he's going to be quite the athlete on the line of scrimmage, let alone this year, but come his senior year, man, he's scary down there. That's a great job by him to just kind of cram up that offensive line, not let Yanez get anywhere.
Again, Yanez and Moreno in the backfield. 2 wide receivers lined up on the opposite sides. Moreno's going to drop back to pass, fumbles the snap, rolling out left, broken play here. Loretto trying to bring him down. Moreno still going back. He is looking to get taken down. He finally will. This time on the Marauder side, or excuse me, on the Alhambra side of the football, he's brought down around the 45-yard line. It's going to be a big loss and a long third down for the Lions.
Wow, what a job by that swarming Marauders defense. Moreno just really had nowhere to go after he picked up the ball. I mean, he had nowhere to throw it either. Yeah, I mean, really, you just want to tuck and fall on it.
Right.
But as you can see, you just saw the replay. Moreno's obviously got some agile moves. He can move well. But nice job by the Marauders to pin him deep.
And a great job there. I believe it was Esteban Loretto who finished that play here. But anyway, here on third down, Moreno, third and very long, is going to drop back to pass around the Alhambra 30. He's going to step up to run. Moreno trying to get past Esteban Loretto. He won't. He will get a gain of about 8. Great run there by Moreno. Not going to result in the first down, but will bring up up 4th and long.
Yeah, and that's quarterback's just kind of playing it safe there. Obviously, you got to give a lot of credit to the Marauders' defensive backs because he just had nowhere to throw that football. He dropped back. He's only got a few seconds. That big Marauder defensive line gets barreling in the backfield, and Moreno nowhere to go, trying to scramble, but that doesn't work.
So 4th and very long here for the Lions as this ball is spotted on their own 44. Brazen Derkelek in the backfield awaiting the possible punt here from the quarterback, Roman Moreno.
That's a little bit like our offense, a little deceiving there. You got the quarterback ready to punt it, or you're not sure if he might throw it downfield and fake it.
Well, we'll see what they do here. This will be their second opportunity on special teams. We'll see what Moreno ends up doing. Ball is snapped. Moreno is going to punt it downfield. Derkelek's going to try to recover it around the 15. He will. Derkelek gets past the 20, 25, 30. Derkelek on the left side looking to get past the 40. Instead, he'll get brought down around the 35-yard line. Ball is loose, but he falls right on top of it. So Derkelek in a little bit of trouble, does fall on top of it. Mingus will hang on to possession, but does put the Marauders around their own 35.
Woo, took my breath away there a little bit at the end of that run. Derkelek does a nice job of getting to the outside, and look at the break and tackle there. That's great. Good job by Alhambra there, stripping the ball out on a kickoff. That's a good job by the Alhambra Lions, and Marauders finally on offense. Let's see what we got.
Jonah Barnes on the strip there. Great defensive play. Of course, the Marauders will hang on to possession. Ball is spotted on their own 37-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. As we get both teams set and ready to go.
Harrison's like, all right, let's go. Let's get the set. Let's go.
Let's go. Exactly.
They got a delayed start, So
the Marauders now getting their first opportunity on offense, as Harrison will start under center. Alvarez in the backfield. Harrison takes the snap. Motion play, he's going to roll right. Got a lot of room, he's going to throw. Right over the top, he's got Austin Worf. It is completed. Worf picks it up around the 20 and falls down. Austin Worf with a great catch, slips on the turf. He'll slowly get up, but a great grab from Austin Worf. And Nick, we talked about the offense with the Marauders passing, and you can see right there, Zach Harrison, the play action rollout, able to find Worf right over the seam. And if Worf hadn't slipped, he may have went in for 6.
Yeah, thankfully Worf's okay because he went down kind of without contact, a little funky on his ankle. It looks like he's going to take a play off here, shake that off. But, yeah, what an executed play. Nice job by Harrison and Worf. Man, we talked about that right in the pregame. Yeah. Almost like we were down there listening to him.
Kyle Ramirez will come in for Austin Worf as he takes a play off. Harrison will go back under center. Alvarez in the backfield. Harrison takes the snap. He's going to hand it off left side. There goes El Toro getting his room on the left side. Able to get almost, looks like he did pick up the first down, so it'll be another first down for the Marauders as Angelo Alvarez pushes his way for a first down.
El Toro. Man, I love that.
That's Showalter.
Yeah,
I give him credit.
Showalter, credit goes to you on that, and credit goes to Toro on that run. Alvarez is such a beast. Man, if you're Alhambra, you can't let him get 10 yards of carry, and that was his first one.
Harrison in the shotgun formation, going to now move into under center. Again, Alvarez in the backfield along with Hunter Perkins. Harrison takes the snap, hands it off right side. Perkins shut down right behind the line. Great defensive stop for the Alhambra Lions.
Yeah, not getting past the Lions on that play. That defensive line for Alhambra did a great job of staying in place and just taking them down right at the line of scrimmage, maybe even a little bit short.
Angel Valenzuela with the tackle there. Great defensive stop from Alhambra. That'll bring up 2nd down with 8 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Our score is 0-0 on the Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. Harrison operating out of the backfield. Alvarez lined up alongside him. Man in motion, that's Ian Contreras. Harrison hands it off. Angelo Alvarez cuts back on the right side, getting to the corner, into the end zone. Touchdown, Angelo Alvarez to start off the game.
Wow, what a run, and Angelo makes it look so smooth. That's just from about 20 yards out. There's your replay there. That's a great trap. You just see both the linemen take their blocks head on. They open up a hole for Alvarez, and he doesn't get touched until he's in the paint in the end zone.
So Alvarez gets into the end zone for another rushing touchdown. That puts the Marauders up 6-0 with 7:45 to go here in the first quarter. Marcus Bueno in for the point after attempt. A little bit of a breeze here. Wind is blowing, it looks like a little bit more towards Marcus Bueno, so we'll see if that plays a factor. Kick is low, or snap is low, kick is up and good. Marcus Bueno remains perfect on the season. And we will take a quick break. Marauders leading 7-0. We'll head into our first break here in the first quarter. 7:46 to go.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
Angelo Alvarez getting into the end zone for the Mingus Union Marauders to put them up 7-0 with 7:45 to go here in the first quarter. Marcus Bueno will send it downfield. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. Nick, a good opening drive for the Mingus Union Marauders. We'll see if they can stop Alhambra again on defense. They're able to get the Lions to punt on 4 and out. So we'll see what they can do here as Alhambra gets another opportunity, as it'll be a squib kick. It'll take a hop around the 30, and it will roll out of bounds around the 20-yard line. So Alhambra will start on their own 21, maybe 22. They'll give it to them around the 23 instead. But Nick, good start to the Marauder offense.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, if I'm El Toro, you might as well bring a blanket and pillow, leave it in the end zone. That way, every time you can go in, you can just kind of relax a little bit. Unbelievable. That's a great job by the senior in this Marauders offense to get 7 points on the board really quick. And that was their first drive because Alhambra's onside kick. So here we go. If Alhambra can avoid, that was a catastrophic sack that Moreno took on the last drive.
And it was an unfortunate snap.
Yeah.
I mean, the snap was low. Nothing he could do with it. I mean, we've seen guys turn, nothing into something before. So, all the credit to Moreno to try to make a positive play out of that low snap. So, it's all good. They'll get another opportunity here on offense. We're still in the first quarter, of course, so there's still a lot of opportunity for Alhambra. I do want to thank some of our sponsors here: Gettles High Desert Mechanical, Northern Arizona Healthcare, and Suzy Q Market. Suzy Q Market, the best road trips start at Suzy Q. So here we go. Alhambra will get the ball spotted on their own 35-yard line.
If you're a wide receiver for the Lions, right off that first drive, you should kind of be looking for your quarterback to be in scramble mode, to try to help Moreno out. But, hey, a lot of credit and kudos go to that Marauders defensive backs because obviously Moreno had no one open on that last drive.
So we're waiting for both the offensive and defensive line to get set here.
Like the sportsmanship there, you see Anthony Islas reach
hi.
across the line of scrimmage, shake the guy's hand before they do battle in the trenches.
All right, here we go. Moreno operating out of the shotgun formation. Waiting to take the snap. He will. He'll drop back to pass. Broken play again. Right back at the line. He's brought down.
Yeah, that's going to be a nice loss. The Marauders are going to have to feed on that all night. Moreno had nowhere to go. He looked like he should have had a running back taking a handoff there, and he just kind of held that football out, and no one showed up except the Marauders' defensive line.
So the Marauders able to get a stop there. It'll result in a little bit of a loss for Moreno, and it'll bring up second down.
Man, that defensive line for the Marauders is improving so much in the last few weeks, and it's only the beginning of the season.
Ball on the Alhambra 32 as Moreno looks to take the snap. Moreno will take the snap. He'll hand it off this time to his running back, brought down at the line. That's Nicholas Choate on the tackle, and it'll result in another loss. That handoff, I believe, was to 22, Manuel Yanez. Or actually, excuse me, that was number 8. That was Greg Miller on the run.
Miller just had nowhere to go. I mean, there's absolutely nowhere to go. Nick Choate met him at the line of scrimmage, and if you're a little running back like that, the last guy you want to run into is the Marauders' biggest defensive lineman. So, nice job by the Marauders, forcing a big 3rd and long.
Moreno takes the snap. He's going to roll out to his left. Moreno, quick pass to the left side is completed. It won't be enough for a first down, but a nice positive play for Alhambra as they get real close to the first down. That pass completed to Jonah Barnes on the left side, and it'll bring up 3rd and short.
Yeah, and great play there, just about at the marker. It's going to be 4th and real short. And, well-executed play by Alhambra. If you're Marauders defensive backs, you got to be paying attention to that. But you might be looking in the backfield thinking he's going to scramble, but then he's not. He's going to find somebody open.
Moreno again operating in the backfield. Waiting to take the snap. He will. Moreno going to be a quick draw up the middle. Will get the first down for the Lions as Moreno gets the quarterback draw for a first down.
Yeah, I like the QB draw call there. That's a fast play, shotgun snap, and you're just basically telling Moreno, hey, as soon as you get this, sprint forward to get that first down. That's exactly what he did.
So Moreno does pick up the first down with 5:30 to go here in the first quarter. Ball on the Alhambra 47. Moreno operating in the backfield, takes the snap, rolling out to his right. Moreno cuts inside, gonna run this time. Moreno with some positive yards, about a 5-yard gain. He's brought down on the Marauder side of the football around the 45-yard line.
Yeah, and you know, just from that very first series that Alhambra had, the sack, you could see Moreno's athleticism. And here it is again, able to avoid the tackle by big Nick Chote, who does a phenomenal job getting in the backfield. And yeah, somehow scrambles his way up. Oh, here you're going to see a nice hole open up right there for him, and he just kind of squeaks through that. Boy, second and short.
Well, now containment might be an issue here for the Marauders as Moreno showing off the wheels. He'll operate in the backfield again, going to run the option. He's going to take it himself. He'll get brought down right at the line. There is a flag on the field. So
see, that might negate it because it's definitely going to be a first down, looks like.
Well, Moreno got it with his legs, but now Mingus really going to have to work on containing Moreno in the pocket and forcing him to throw, or at least trying to break up those runs, because Moreno's finding a lot of room right up the middle to take advantage. It'll be a holding call on the side of Alhambra, so that's going to back them up about 5 yards.
Yeah, you're going to see every time your quarterback's scrambling like that, you got to be careful with those holding calls, because any sort of jersey tug while your quarterback's scrambling, they're looking for. And yeah, like you said, the Marauders are going to have to play a little bit of a spy on Moreno, because yeah, obviously he's looking to do some damage with his legs, and if he can do that, you know he's going to open up the passing game.
Second down here again for Alhambra, as now they will operate on their own 46-yard line, or 44-yard line. Moreno, quick pass to the right side, tipped in the air, and intercepted by the Marauders.
That's the tip drill right there.
Freddie Jimenez picks it up.
Great job by Freddie. Good focus, because that was tipped. You're going to get to see the replay here. Moreno gets that. Just a quick pass to the right. What you're trying to do is basically just give him some space to run.
This looks like a tip.
From the helmet.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. So possibly, we do have the stadium lights up here. There are some lights in the booth, so maybe just kind of lost in the direct light. But that pass tipping right off the helmet of the intended Alhambra receiver. So now to be the Marauders' ball here on that interception. Ball spotted on their own 43. Harrison will be under center, takes the snap, rolling out to his right. Harrison's got some room to throw. He'll connect with Angelo Alvarez on the 30. Alvarez gets a block ahead. Angelo's got a rushing and receiving touchdown tonight.
Wow, that's just immaculate execution, and you can see Alvarez literally pointing his blocks out, and there is some laundry on the field, so we'll see what that is. But right now, it still looks like everyone's kind of moving towards the end zone.
So there's a potential that I think if anything, it might have been maybe a holding call down the line there for Mingus Union, as they're starting to back up away from the offensive line, or excuse me, from where the ball is spotted. So we'll see what the official call is. They are going to call it a touchdown. Penalty was declined. So Mingus into the end zone, and you're right, Angelo Alvarez pointing ahead to his blocker up front, Joseph Freudenreich.
Yeah, nice job, Joseph, to kind of be aware and ready for that, because that's what a block that is. Alvarez gets untouched in the end zone again.
So now 13-0 goes our score with 4:19 to go in the first quarter. Marcus Bueno will be on for the extra point. As Mingus looks to take or extend their 2-touchdown lead here with about 4 minutes and 19 seconds to go. So now Marcus Bueno will line up for the extra point, make it a 14-0 game with 4:19 to go here in the first. Bueno looking to stay perfect, hit his first PAT on the first touchdown from Angelo Alvarez. Let's see if he can hit the second. Snap is up. Kick is up as well, and it is good. Marcus Bueno continues to be a solid addition to the special teams here at Mingus Union High School. 14-0 is our score. We've still got 4:19 to go in the first quarter. Alhambra will try it again on offense.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on fuel with the Marathon Make It Count reward program. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
4 minutes and 19 seconds here in the first quarter as the Mingus Union Marauders lead the Alhambra Lions 14-0. It was a rushing touchdown to get things going by Angelo Alvarez for the Marauders, and now a receiving touchdown from Angelo Alvarez. Marcus Bueno will look to send it downfield. It'll be a squib kick. It'll take a hop around the 30 and be recovered around the 20. Now circling back around the 15, trying to get past the 20-yard line here. Trying to cut back again. Mingus trying to bring down the return man, and they finally will around the 20-yard line.
Yeah, nice job by the containment team of the Marauders there. You can tell they were trying to set up a good return, and nonetheless, they're going to have it just about where a touchback would be. It's going to be a long field for the Lions.
Jonah Barnes on the recovery for Alhambra. 4 minutes and 9 seconds here in the first quarter. Alhambra will start on their own 21. As Mingus able to go 4 and out both possessions against Alhambra. But I'll tell you what, the quarterback, Moreno, starting to make his presence known with his legs.
Yeah, and he's got to make a couple maybe adjustments just to kind of slow down a little bit, because I think he's got a little bit more time than he thinks in that pocket instead of scrambling. But like we've already seen, he's quite the athlete. So if you can use your legs to beat the defense, by all means, do it.
Moreno again operating in the backfield, takes the snap. He's going to drop back to pass and roll to his left. Pressure coming, that's Anthony Islis. Islis trying to bring him down, and Moreno will run out of bounds. Not enough for a first down, but maybe right back at the line. And Moreno doing a smart job of running out of bounds to stop that play.
Yeah, smart play by the junior quarterback. You see that, he's got nobody. The only thing he's got is Anthony Islis in his face. So he's able to get to the outside, get a couple yards. Don't throw it up in the air, which is what he didn't do. That's a good, smart play by the junior quarterback.
Good to see Moreno utilizing his legs a little bit more, sort of opening up the offense. We saw him get a pass completed early on. We'll see what he can do here with 2nd and 8. Again, the ball on the Alhambra 21. Moreno takes the snap, dropping back to pass, looking right to pass, rolls out left now. He's got some room to run. Moreno will go out of bounds.
And it looks like, let's see where they mark him. Looks like he's going to be just short of the first down. But nonetheless, good job by Moreno. He didn't have anybody open in his initial route that he was looking at. So he just kind of spins out of it and gets to the sidelines for more yardage.
So Moreno will not pick up the first down. It'll go 3rd and short. They were able to convert a first down earlier on a quarterback draw with Moreno, so I know Mingus is going to be paying attention to that possibility as Alhambra looks to pick up on 3rd and short here on their own 30. Moreno takes a snap in the shotgun formation, rolling out right. Defensive pressure coming, that's Arnado. Islis now on the run, and that'll be a first down for Moreno on the right side. And it'll bring up a fresh set of downs for Alhambra.
Wow, it's almost like we're watching the quarterback mature here in just a couple series. I mean, what a play that is from that very first series where he scrambled back and took a very, very big sack. Now, granted, it was off of a botched snap, so you can't, there's no blame going anywhere. But obviously, these last few plays, he's able to pick up the first down using only his legs and smarts, just holding that football out, barely getting it there.
2 minutes and 52 seconds left here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 on the Alhambra 31. We'll take a quick pause, a timeout on Alhambra for a water break. We'll take one as well. Stay with us. Mingus Union leading 14-0 here in Phoenix, Arizona.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
Going to get hydrated here in Phoenix, Arizona. Of course, it's pretty good weather so far. Nice little breeze rolling through, but still hot if you're down there playing football in pads and a helmet. As we get a quick brief pause from Alhambra, now we return to the field here. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. 14-0, Mingus Union leading the Alhambra Lions on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. 2 minutes and 52 to go here in the first quarter. And we'll see what Alhambra has in store for the Marauders. Moreno operating in the backfield once again. He'll take the snap. He's going to hand it off to the running back, and he will get stopped right back at the line. That's Miller again on the run. Nothing to gain there to bring up second down.
Yeah, boy, Miller just nowhere to go again. I think kudos to that defensive line of the Marauders. And, you know, Philip, I really like the timeout call there by Alhambra. You're down a couple touchdowns already at the beginning of the game. You got to try to reset. But, boy, Miller comes out on a little bit of a handoff, and the Marauders just stuff him at the line.
2 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Ball spotted on the Alhambra 31. Moreno operating in the backfield, got two receivers on both ends. He's going to take the snap and drop back to pass, rolling to his right. He'll pitch it to his right and complete it. Still on his feet, but finally brought down by Austin Worf. That run there by number 22, Manuel Yanez, on the little flip.
Called the shovel pass there.
There you go.
Took the shovel pass out of the playbook, and it worked great. Nice job by Yanez, and boy, if he gets out of that last spin, if you're watching the replay on VVTV, man, he's getting to the sidelines and he could be scampering. So nice job by Worf to take him down just by the shoulder pad jersey there.
Yeah, it seems like Austin Worf may have gotten that touchdown-saving tackle around the 35-yard line. That's where Alhambra will try to pick up their first down on third and 5 here with 1:30 to go. Moreno is going to take the snap and drop back to pass, pressure coming. Moreno airs it out downfield. Freddie Jimenez there defensively and bats it down, and it'll bring up fourth down.
You know, and how about that play by Freddie? That's a great job of just batting that ball down. We talked about that in pregame. That's a clutch part of the defensive back's job. You don't have to come up with the interception. You don't have to make the big play. The other thing, I know that looked like Jimenez could have made a great break on the ball, but the other thing you're risking is that wide receiver turning around and yanking it away from him.
That's true.
Well, we've seen it a bunch of times like that. So great play by the Marauders defense, just batting that one out of the air.
Great defensive stop there by Freddie Jimenez. 1:20 to go here in the first quarter. It'll be fourth down. Moreno's lined up pretty far back around the Alhambra 25, so he'll receive the ball around the 25-yard line as he looks to punt it down. They've got number 4, Tyler Brunston, lined up on the far right. We'll see what Alhambra does. Ball is snapped. Moreno's going to send it downfield. It's going to take a hop around the 40. And it'll go out of bounds around the 38-yard line.
Yep, Marauders got a short field to work with. And, boy, with how the offense is turning on all cylinders right now, man, talk about taking the momentum from, going back to even Thunderbird. Getting 25 points against Thunderbird, then 45 points against Yonker, 42 points against Flagstaff, and here we are again at Alhambra down here in Phoenix. Already a couple touchdowns on the board, and we're still in the first quarter.
Yes, we are. 14-0, Mingus Union leading as they take over on their own 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Marauders. First drive resulted in a rushing touchdown. Second drive resulted in a receiving touchdown. Angelo Alvarez on the receiving end of both of those, the run and the reception. Harrison operating under center. Alvarez in the backfield. He'll take the snap. He's going to hand it off to the right side. That's going to be Hunter Perkins. Perkins gets the first down and a little bit more. About an 11-yard run there for number 4.
Yeah, nice job by Perkins, just using that speed to burst through the line of scrimmage. A couple Lions there waiting for him. You'll see the replay here. Nice job. Look at Loretto pulling up and getting on a safety or linebacker. And yeah, nice job, Perkins. Just kind of diving forward, making sure. Oh, look, they gave him the first down, too.
Yes, they did.
That's a great run by Perkins.
Yeah, so Hunter Perkins able to pick up the first down for the Mingus Union Marauders, the senior running back and defensive back. Harrison's going to operate in the backfield, takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. Alvarez up the gut, breaks loose. Ball is loose. The Marauders trying to fall on top of it. Alhambra may have picked it up.
Still loose. It's going everywhere. Everyone's trying to pick it up and make a play. You really just want to drop on the football.
It looks like we're still waiting for the official call as to who grabbed it, but yes, Mingus will retain possession as that ball was punched out of Angelo Alvarez. We'll take a look here on the replay. You can see the handoff was clean, but Alvarez, as soon as he started to cut in the middle, number 50 for Alhambra, that is His number is not listed on my roster, which is great. But look, great defensive stop there by Alhambra. Of course, they don't come up with the fumble, but still, it slows down the momentum. We've got a timeout on the side, I believe, of Mingus Union as we get ready. Or actually, I take that back. They're just going to let the clock wind down. It is the end of the first quarter here at Alhambra High School. Mingus Union leading 14-0. We will head into the second quarter where Mingus Union will hang on to the possession here and continue the ball on offense.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on fuel with the Marathon Make It Count reward program. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
Two things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
A fresh 12 minutes goes on the clock as Mingus Union picks it up offensively on the 50-yard line. Harrison's going to take the snap out of the backfield, looking to air it out deep. Austin Worf with the incomplete. Worf almost had it, but it falls incomplete down the seam on the right side. So as we welcome you back to the broadcast here, Marauders airing it out to Austin Worf. Pass does fall incomplete, so it will bring up third down for Mingus Union. And Marauders going for that home run play right out the gate.
I love it. Austin Worf, nothing to hang your head on. That's the toughest catch to make in football. Over the shoulder like that, where you got to look back over your shoulder, and he tried to one-hand that on a full sprint. Boy, that is a good effort by Austin Worf. Good ball by Harrison. They just didn't connect that time.
So to bring up 3rd and 11 here is Harrison again will operate in the backfield. Arnado lined up alongside him. He'll take the high snap and run himself. We saw Zach Harrison do this against Flagstaff. He'll pick up the first down. A big run on the quarterback option.
Yeah, nice job by that offensive line. They knew exactly what play was going down and opened up a huge hole for Harrison to run through. And Harrison plays it safe right at the end of that play. I like that. Tuck the ball in. Don't take any big hits on your legs. You don't have to make any special plays. He's got the first down and more. The Marauders continue to march.
So Mingus Union picks up the first down here. They'll try it again on 1st and 10. Harrison under center. It's going to be Perkins in the backfield along with Arnado. Harrison takes the snap, hands it off. That's going to be Arnado up the middle. Arnado still on his feet. Gets a little bit more. We'll see if he picks up the first down, but a good run there by Makai Arnado, who we've seen sparsely used in the Marauder offense, but when he's in, he's effective.
Yeah, and you got to love utilizing different weapons like that. It's only going to help the Marauders' offensive game, which is turning on all cylinders right now. So good job, Arnado, finding that football, getting upfield. And look out, because you got Alvarez, you got Perkins, Arnado. These guys, what a 1-2 punch.
Coming up to under 11 minutes here in the second quarter. Harrison under center, ball on the Alhambra 25. Harrison takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to the right side. That's going to be Hunter Perkins. Perkins is tripped up, does get the first down, and just a little bit on that run. They might mark him just a bit short. We'll see where Perkins ends up getting called. But if anything, it might bring up third down here for the Marauders. Third and very, very short.
I like good job, Coach Montebaez and Anguiano down there. I like the play calling. Spread this out.
Yep.
Utilize your different weapons. Boy, I never really played defensive side of the ball, but I just can't imagine having to have it cover so many different weapons. And the Marauders utilizing them well.
10 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the second quarter. Harrison, ball is loose. He falls right on top of it. So it'll be a loss of downs and bring up 4th down for the Marauders. As Harrison loses that snap. I think he was maybe thinking pass before he had the ball in his hands.
Yeah, and that's, how eerie similar to that turnover we saw against Flagstaff right there. And this time the Marauders able to jump back on top of it. Good sportsmanship there. Curtis Glassman pancakes somebody at the end of that play, and helps him up right off the ground. You like to see that?
Marcus Bueno going to be on for the 35-yard kick here. Actually, he'll line up around the 40. This will be the longest field goal he's got this season. Bueno, does he have the leg? It is up, and it is good. Marcus Bueno, 2 for 2 on field goal attempts. That puts the Marauders up 17-0. The leg getting it done for Mingus Union. We'll take a break. Alhambra will give it a shot on offense.
Yavapai College has 6 campuses and centers in Sedona, the Prescott area, and the Verde Valley. With more than 100 degree and certificate programs, YC has what you need to jumpstart your academic journey. Our athletics teams are some of the best in the nation, and we have plenty of student-led clubs, organizations, and activities. Our full-time student discount makes YC the most affordable option in Arizona for a full-time student. Learn more today at yc.edu.
So it does not get on the record board for Mingus Union as that one is sent into the back of the end zone. So Alhambra will start on their own, on their own 20-yard line. The longest field goal for Mingus Union in high school history is 48 yards. However, Marcus Bueno not too far away from that, just about 35, so give or take about 13 or so yards. But great kick there by Marcus Bueno to put the Marauders up 17-0 with 9:34 to go in the second quarter. Alhambra, like I mentioned, will get an opportunity here on offense. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. And Nick, special teams, man.
Love to see it.
Great this year.
Love to see it. And, boy, you know how many of those kicks you watch get missed on Saturday and Sundays? And nice job, Bueno, putting it through the uprights 35 yards out.
I know Marcus also plays soccer, but somebody look at him for football. It's going to be a direct snap to Moreno out of the backfield. Moreno's going to try to run for it. He will get just a few yards on that run, find his way for a first down, still on his feet. They have yet to call the play down. Moreno is finally brought down on that 17-yard run. Moreno picking up the first down and flexing towards his teammates.
I mean, why would you not?
Yeah.
That was almost a rugby scrum. That went over 15 yards right there. If you're the Marauders, you just got to take him down. Take him down. Take him down. The contact was made, it looks like maybe just 3 or 4 yards past the line of scrimmage. I mean, you got it. You can't make that mistake. I know you're trying to strip the football, but it's more important to tackle him than it is to get that football jarred out.
So a huge run there by Moreno, the quarterback for Alhambra. That'll bring up first down, 1st and 10 on the Alhambra 34. Moreno operating out of the backfield, takes the snap, looking to pass, going to air it out right. A lot of Marauder uniforms. It is tipped but incomplete. Good defensive stop there for the Mingus Union Marauders. On the defensive stop there for Mingus Union is number 2.
And boy, that was a good case of defensive back turning wide receiver and wide receiver turning defensive back there, because, boy, just about brought that one in for an interception. And Alhambra's wide receiver does a nice job of jarring that out right at the end of the play.
Yep. So it'll bring up second down here for Alhambra, 2nd and 10. Ball again on their own 34. As Moreno looks to get Alhambra on the Mingus side of the football field. Moreno operating out of the shotgun formation, takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. That's Yarnell. And he is brought down after a small gain of about 3 or 4. And excuse me, that's Yanez, not Yarnell, on the handoff from Moreno.
Yeah, nice hard run by Yanez there. Not too much to work with, but that Lions offensive line was able to open up just a big enough hole for Yanez to get through. And boy, it's not like Nick Choate or Anthony Islis is far behind. I mean, they just turn around, they're right there. Those guys are causing ruckus on the interior.
So about a 5-yard gain there on that run. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, Mingus Union leading 17-0. Timeout on the field, 8:23 to go.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $16 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
8:23 to go here in the second quarter. Mingus Union leading 17-0 on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. You can see Coach JR screaming at his defense. Marauders looking for a stop here to try to keep Alhambra off the scoreboard. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. I want to welcome you into the broadcast here in Phoenix, Arizona on the campus of Alhambra High School.
Beautiful down here right next to GCU.
It is, my alma mater. I went to school not too long ago. They've still got about $20,000 of my money. But here we go. Moreno in the shotgun formation takes the snap. Quick pass to the left side is completed and brought down after a small gain. That pass completed to number 17. That's Jonah Barnes on the reception. So it will bring up fourth down. Fourth and about 4 for Alhambra. But a completed pass to the right side and a tackle there made by Arnado.
Yeah, and that's where you got to be careful about if you're the Marauders is the Lions starting to find a groove. And if Moreno, we've already seen he can do it with his feet, but if he can start to find some wide receivers, the Lions are going to be dangerous getting downfield.
It'll bring up 4th and 5 here for Alhambra as Moreno is lined up to possibly punt it away. However, 2 wide receivers lined up this time, so Mingus Union getting ready and prepared for a possible fake here. We haven't seen it yet. And they may have got him. Yep, it's going to be a encroachment on the side of Mingus Union, so it'll be a first down for Alhambra.
Yeah, good discipline. Good discipline by the Lions there. And as an offensive lineman, it takes everything to hold yourself back from jumping. You already know that your quarterback is going to be screaming the cadence to try to draw the defense off sides. And boy, Moreno does a great job of it there. First down for the Lions.
1st and 10 here, again on the Alhambra 46-yard line, getting very close to that Marauder side of the field. It'll be 1st and 10 here with about 7:30 to go in the first half. Again, Mingus Union leading 17-0 against Alhambra High School, trying to keep the Lions off the scoreboard. Lions coming off a tough loss against North High School. Mingus Union coming off a tough loss against Flagstaff High School. So both teams looking for a win to get their seasons back on track. Of course, Alhambra will be back at home against Carl Hayden on Friday, and Mingus Union will be on the road next week at Bradshaw Mountain. Moreno takes the snap. Defensive pressure coming. Makai Arnado brings him down. Nicholas Choate on the assist. Big stop for the Marauders.
And that's a scary sight. Arnado does a great job of getting around the edge. You're going to be able to see the replay here. And that's a running back style player on the defensive edge. That's dangerous. And then Big Nick Choate comes in and, like you said, cleans up shop. I love it.
So it'll be 2nd and 15 here for Alhambra. And like you said, Nick, you see the replay there. Nicholas Choate coming in to clean up the rest of the play. 6:30 to go here in the first half. Ball spotted on the Alhambra 41. That play bringing him back about 5 yards. Moreno on 2nd down. Takes the snap. Dropping back to pass. Pressure coming quickly. He's going to have to make a quick pass. It does go incomplete on the left side. Pass intended for Barnes again. And it'll bring up 3rd down as that one falls incomplete.
And the Marauders have done a great job of kind of giving Moreno a little bit of a scare. You know, Arnado getting in the backfield so fast, our defensive line penetrating well, because on that last play, I think he's got just another second or two to really set himself up for a good throw, but instead he's rushing that, and of course, all the credit goes to your defense who've been getting in the backfield all night long.
Well, Mingus Union saw Moreno utilizing his legs a lot, and the point, of course, now is going to be to keeping Moreno in that pocket. Exactly what you saw in that last play where he drops back the pass. You want him to force those passes because of the defensive pressure. Moreno's going to take the snap in the backfield. There is a motion run here. Miller is lined up alongside him. Moreno is going to scamper out of bounds. No gain on that run. He had Miller alongside him, but nothing there on that quarterback scramble.
Yeah, nice job by the Marauders defensive backs. Boy, you can tell that they watched that Flagstaff reel, and they were not happy with that because they're playing immaculate right now, and there's just nowhere for Moreno to throw the football. There's nowhere for him to throw it. He's just scrambling to the sidelines, and boy, all night our defensive line is, like my old coach Jack Ebhart would say, laying the licks out there, and it is nice to see the big guys throwing their bodies around.
6 minutes and 3 seconds left here in the first half. 17-0 is our score. Mingus Union leading against Alhambra High School. Moreno is going to take the snap. He'll send it downfield on the pooch kick. It'll take a hop around the 40 and go out around the 30-yard line. So Mingus Union should start right around there with about 5:57 to go here in the first half. Of course, we will have the halftime show for you here once this quarter is done. We got a lot to talk about for Mingus Union, who currently is looking like they'll be going into halftime with a pretty solid lead, as they'll start with the ball on the 32-yard line, their own 32. And of course, Nick, then after the halftime show will be the second half, and then the question will be who is our Verde Lee Market player of the game? But we still got a lot of football left before we get to that point.
We're seeing a lot of rushes and already a sack and already a field goal. Yeah, the Marauders are definitely putting in their ballots for it.
So the Marauders will start on their own 32, 1st and 10. Again, Mingus leading 17-0 with 5:57 to go. Trips left here for the Mingus Union Marauders. Harrison operating out of the backfield, takes the snap, flips it to the right side. That's going to be Angelo Alvarez. Alvarez trying to get to the edge. He does. He's going to go past the 50, now past the 40, still on his feet past the 30, 35-20. Angelo Alvarez walks right into the end zone like he owns it. Mingus extends their lead.
Oh, man, where's the pillow and the blanket we were talking about earlier? That is such an incredible run from a high school running back. Nice job by the senior to get the edge. There's two Lions waiting on the outside of the line of scrimmage on that play for Alvarez. Alvarez does a little bit of a move inside. There you see him. He just burns everybody. I'm not sure if that was Worf, but somebody couldn't keep up with him, and Alvarez just hops right over him.
So Alvarez gets into the end zone. Mingus Union now leading 23-0 with 5:43 to go here in the first half. Marcus Bueno in for the point after attempt. He's been perfect tonight so far. Also had a great field goal as well if you missed that one. Snap is in, kick is up, and it is good. Marcus Bueno continues to be a key contributor to the special teams here at Mingus Union. 5:43 to go in the first half. Mingus Marauders lead 24-0. Stay with us.
You're going to love the new interactive website from Roxu Screen Printers. Now you can create your custom t-shirt design online. Simply choose a t-shirt or hat style, easily upload your logo, or create the perfect design. Workwear, tees, uniforms, polos, and caps, and let's not forget those special occasion tees, all designed online by you. Go to ROKZOO.com, Roxu Screen Printing in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock. 24/7 at the all-new Roxu.com.
Kick is sent away and recovered by Moreno around the 10-yard line. Here is Mingus Union. We'll try to shut down Alhambra before we head into halftime. Moreno brought down around the 30. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. Moreno, the return man on the Marauder kickoff here. Mingus Union getting into the end zone once again. Angelo Alvarez. All the scoring minus Marcus Bueno has been Angelo Alvarez.
Man, he's so fast. He's so fast. And I feel bad for those the Alhambra line defensive backs on that play. They just couldn't. They were on the edge in good position. Alvarez just shows off that speed and able to break it. And, boy, you know the Alhambra Lions are going to be hungry to get some points going into halftime here.
1st and 10 for the Alhambra Lions. Ball spotted on their own 31. 24-0 is our score. We'll see what Alhambra can do. Got to get this scoring going here. Of course, still a whole half of football to be played. And as we talked about it, Mingus Union does have some struggles in the second half, so we'll see if the Marauders are well hydrated and well ready to go in the second half. Snap is low, and we're going to get a flag. Might be a false start on the side of Alhambra. We'll see where it goes. It is going to be a false start, so that's going to back them up about 5. But like I mentioned, we talked about it a little bit in the pregame shows. One of our keys to the game, second half stamina. We'll talk about it in the halftime show, but it's could potentially play a little bit of a factor here for Mingus Union. It hasn't really bitten them too hard. There are probably some other factors why Flagstaff had that comeback victory, but if you look at the Marauders scoring, they do a lot of their scoring in the first half, and in the second half, like I said, it's more just sustaining the lead.
It's going to be a great test for the Marauders.
Yeah. Alhambra, Moreno operating in the shotgun formation. He'll take the snap here on second down. Moreno's going to air it out to the left side. That one is incomplete. Pass intended for number 4, that is Tyler Brunston. So that falls incomplete. It'll bring up second down and long. 2nd and 15 on the Alhambra 26.
And that's a nice job by the Marauders. Got a couple defensive backs there ready for Brunston to go up and catch that. And, boy, there's a wide receiver for Alhambra with a little bit of height to him. And, boy, if Moreno can find him a couple times, that would open up some lanes for Alhambra. But, nonetheless, Marauders doing a great job of capitalizing on the mistakes and penalties here.
Moreno, again, operating in the backfield. Waiting to take the snap, he will. It's going to be low. He'll pick it back up. Quick pass to the left side is completed. Marauders trying to bring down Barnes. Barnes still on his feet, trying to get the first down. Gets brought down. About a 10-yard gain on that little quick pass to the left side. And I do want to correct myself. There is a different quarterback in. That is number 11 for Alhambra.
Yeah, that's just a nice quick toss out to the left side. You got nobody over there. Arnuato does a great job of forcing him out. And, yeah, that's a nice little pickup off the turf there. That could have been a really bad play for the Lions, and instead ends up, well, they get themselves in a 3rd and manageable here.
So it will be 3rd down here. As Moreno finds his way back under center for Alhambra. Do want to thank All Price Insurance, Taylor Waste, and Yavapai College for sponsoring tonight's game. Moreno this time in the backfield takes the snap. He's going to run it himself up the middle, trying to get a couple more yards on that quarterback run, and he'll fall down after a small gain. Should bring up 4th down.
Yeah, just a couple yards is what he'll get, and that's some hard-nosed running by your quarterback. That's if you're a defense, you love to see that, and as an offensive guy, that's tough. My quarterback, Tony Vaca, used to take the football and run all the time. And as a lineman, you're kind of holding your breath. You're like, all right, please be smart with it. Don't hurt yourself. You know that your quarterbacks are some of your most competitive guys on the field. So it's nice to see that out of Moreno. You just got to be careful.
Alhambra will take their final timeout with 4 minutes and 44 seconds to go here in the first half. Again, Mingus Union leading 24-0. Stay with us.
Choose the region's most comprehensive heart program. Choose care close to home. Choose world-class surgeons. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Choose precision. Choose innovation. Choose robotic-assisted knee and hip replacement. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
4 minutes and 44 seconds left here in the first half. 4th down and 2 for the Alhambra Lions as the ball is spotted on their own 36. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. Marauders leading 24-0 here at Alhambra High School.
How about this predicament here? 4th and real short.
Yeah.
You had the timeout to call it and think about it.
Well, Mingus Union is kind of preparing for Alhambra to go for it, and they will. It's going to be a quarterback run again, and Moreno is brought down behind the line, will not get the first down. It will be a turnover, and now Mingus Union will take over here on offense.
And that's going to be Curtis Glassman out there, it looks like, with a great tackle in the backfield. And, boy, that's just outstanding execution on the defensive part. We'll see Harrison come out, and, boy, Marauders are going to try to pour some more points on here before the halftime show.
1st and 10 here for the Mingus Union Marauders. Ball spotted on their own 39, or excuse me, the Alhambra 39. As Harrison will look to get the Marauders into the end zone before we head to halftime. Harrison operating out of the backfield, takes the snap, rolling right, looking to air it out again. He'll step up to pass. Pass is completed to the right side. Hunter Perkins has got it for a first down, 12-yard gain on that pass.
Great execution by Harrison, able to drop back. Offensive line gives him plenty of time, and I love how he plants his feet. That you can tell this quarterback's a senior. He's been around the game a while. Plants his feet hard and delivers an absolute rifle to Perkins.
So it'll be a first down for the Mingus Union Marauders, as now the ball is spotted on the Alhambra 28. Harrison waiting to take the snap. Operating out of the backfield. Takes the snap, dropping back to pass. Harrison looking left. He's got Hunter. Perkins is completed, but he falls out of bounds a couple yards short of the end zone, but Hunter Perkins back-to-back catches and puts the Marauders near the goal line.
And how tough is that to defend if you're the Lions? There's another wide receiver and another weapon that the Marauders are using. Perkins does a great job of just making the catch and going down. He probably could have tried to stay on his feet, but I don't know if he comes up with the catch. If you do that, you can't do too much. So great job by Perkins in this Marauders offense.
So Perkins falls down around the 2-yard line, getting close to under 3 minutes here in the first half. Harrison operating out of the backfield. Alvarez lined up alongside him. Harrison takes the snap, hands it off. He's going to keep it and get it in the end zone. Quarterback run there by Zach Harrison extends the Marauder lead.
Yeah, I'd love to see Harrison get some touches in the rushing game, like Moreno on the other side of the ball. And boy, Harrison does a great job of just finding a wide open hole. I mean, the play action works great. You fake the handoff to somebody else, and there's just nothing but end zone for Harrison to look at.
30-0 goes our score as Marcus Bueno will be on for the point after. They're going to make it 31-0 here. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the second quarter. Kick is up. Marcus Bueno remains perfect. Oh, no! Spoke too soon. Hit off the side of the crossbar. So that one does not go in. Our score will remain 30-0 with 3:30 to go in the second quarter. Stay with us.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Marcus Bueno will send it downfield and kick it into the end zone. So Alhambra will start their offensive drive on the 20-yard line. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the first half. Mingus leading 30-0. Nick, Marauders offense and defense clicking so far tonight.
All cylinders. So far, the Marauders looking really, really sharp. And boy, if you're Alhambra, 30-0 right now, right before halftime, it's time to kind of reach into that bag of tricks you got.
Yeah.
See if you can't get anything going. If you can't get points on the board, then you're going to have to do something to keep the Marauders offense from getting back out on the field because Harrison, Alvarez, these guys are executing very, very well right now.
We'll see how crafty Coach Charles Rivera can get with his offensive scheme here at Alhambra High School. 1st and 10 here again on the Alhambra 20. Moreno will operate in the backfield. Waiting to take the snap, he will. He'll flip it left. That is Yanez. Yanez trying to get the edge. He'll get brought down right back at the line. No gain on that run. Will bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, great job by that Marauders perimeter. Not letting anything to the outside. Looks like big Curtis Glassman out there on the right side of the line. Oh, nice job by those guys. Arnuato and you see Dirkolek out there. Man, having those speedy guys on the edge helps so much. Especially if you're a big guy in the center and you can't move that quick, then you got a partner right next to you who can. So that's a great job by the Marauders defense. And boy, they've been all over the Lions all night.
2:54 here to go in the second quarter. Moreno will operate in the backfield. Trips left here. We'll see if they try to air it out downfield. Moreno will take the snap, dropping back to pass. Pressure coming. Marauders trying to wrap him up behind the line. It will be a small gain on that quarterback scramble. Great job by Moreno to make something out of nothing on that run.
Yeah, and who else but Arnuato got in the backfield. Missed the sack to take him down. He was still getting blocked at that time, but that's what I'm talking about, these speedy guys. He's able to chase Moreno down for just a couple-yard gain. So great job by that up front line, the Marauders.
Carter Squires, the quarterback for Thunderbird, wasn't much of a scrambler. Connor Henry, the quarterback for Yunker, he didn't scramble too much. Bodie Meyer, we saw just a little bit of scrambling when he needed to, but the quarterback for Alhambra, Roman Moreno has really done a great job and is kind of the first scrambling quarterback Mingus has seen this season. So a great test for down the line when they got to play Bradshaw next week. And of course, Lee Williams not too far after that. It'll be a handoff, flip to the left side. It's going to be to Moreno. Moreno trying to get the edge, and he will get brought out of bounds around the 30. So it doesn't look like enough for the first down, as that will bring up 4th down, but another good little run there by Moreno. But my point being is that Mingus hasn't gotten tested with a quarterback who can run just yet.
No, you're right, and Moreno is quite the athlete. He's not only the Lions quarterback, but we've seen him kicking the ball. We've also seen him returning the kickoff. So obviously he's got some great speed. We saw that on the very first drive Alhambra came out on. The Marauders just playing so fast tonight. So far, this first half, they're looking great.
Moreno will be on to punt it away here on 4th down and short. He'll take the snap, send it downfield. Dirkolek going to try to recover it around the 35. He'll fall on top of it and pick it up. He'll get past the 50, now past the 45-40. Dirkolek still on his feet, trying to get past the 35. Now he'll go to his left and get brought down around the 30, so good field position for the Marauders here.
Yeah, I love the return. Dirkolek, nice focus. Able to run up on that one. Wasn't a clean catch by any means. That punt was very short. Dirkolek had to come up to get it. He scoops it up off the ground, and look at his return team is like, oh, you're still going, man? He's spinning out of tackles.
1 minute, 21 to go here in the second quarter. It'll be 1st and 10 for Mingus Union. Ball on the 30-yard line for the Marauders, the 30-yard line of Alhambra. So now Harrison will operate in the backfield with Alvarez alongside him. Trips left for the Mingus Union Marauders. Harrison on 1st and 10. Rolling out to his left, looking to air it out again. Harrison might keep it. Going to cut back. Pass is completed to Angelo Alvarez on the left side. Into the end zone goes 23. Mingus extends their lead 36-0.
Man, and who else other than Angelo Alvarez, who you see sprinting to the sidelines to get his hydration, which is well-deserved. This Marauders offense is looking real sharp tonight.
That is a great job by Zach Harrison to extend the play out as he was scrambling. You can see he slowed down, surveyed the field, saw Alvarez open, did also have Freddie Jimenez open across his body, but makes the easier pass to the already running Alvarez, and he gets into the end zone to score. We'll see if Marcus Bueno can knock in this PAT after missing the previous one. Did he get his revenge? He did. Redeemed himself is what I want to say. But great kick, Marcus. Great deep offensive drive there by the Marauders. Quick score again, 37-0. We've got 1:10. We're still in the second quarter. We'll be right back. Alhambra will try to respond.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders!
Roman Romero picks it up around the 10-yard line and is tackled around the 35-yard line on that kickoff return here. We got about a minute to go in the first half. Mingus Union leading 37-0 early on here against Alhambra High School, as now Alhambra will get another opportunity on offense. Mingus Union, Nick, doing a great job of marching down the field and scoring quick.
Yeah, on an opponent we're not too familiar with. The Marauders' offense is just churning right now. These guys are working really well together. And a lot of credit, we're going to talk about it in the halftime show, but how about the stamina? We're going to see if the second half holds up, but right now, going both ways, these Marauders look great.
This time it'll be a new quarterback, number 11. Again, I apologize, do not have his number or his name on my roster. I'll try to change that for the second half. He'll take the snap. He's going to hand it off. Ball is loose. We'll see who falls on top of it. It was recovered by Alhambra, and they'll fight for a few extra yards. So, hey, how about that? Something out of nothing there. It does result in a positive yard on that fumble recovery.
And that's going to be Yanez on that. And similar to the play we saw earlier where Moreno took the rugby pile up for 15 yards, that was pretty similar. Yanez gets wrapped up pretty much in the backfield, and the Lions able to just move the pile forward for a few yards.
30 seconds to go here in the first half. 37-0, Mingus Union leading on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. Do you want to thank Larry Green for sponsoring this aspect of the broadcast? Larry Green, the people place. Number 11 again operating out of the backfield for Alhambra, new quarterback for the Lions. That ball will be snapped low and handed off to Miller and wrapped up behind the line and brought down by number 72 for the Mingus Union Marauders. That is Isaiah Lathan on the tackle, and that should end it here in the first half. Mingus Union carrying a confident lead 37-0 against the Alhambra Lions. Nick, a lot to talk about here, but I know the center of attention right now is Angelo Alvarez. 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 receiving touchdown. Zach Harrison has a receiving touchdown. Marcus Bueno kicked a pretty long field goal, and that's why we've got 37-0. So a lot of offensive firepower for the Mingus Union Marauders so far to start this game.
Yeah, and they're feeling good on the sidelines about that. Going into halftime, it's all going to be about staying focused, continuing to execute, because Marauders looking great up 37-0 right now. And just to kind of touch on the last Isaiah Lathan play there at the end of the half, boy, we're going to talk about it in the halftime show, but another big guy who's just doing great going both sides of the ball.
So the Mingus Union Marauders go into halftime 37-0 against the home team, the Alhambra Lions. Before we get ready for the second half, we've got the halftime show here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. We'll get you caught up on the first half and ready for the second half. Stay with us here. We'll be right back.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders!
Choose the region's most comprehensive heart program. Choose care close to home. Choose world-class surgeons. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Choose precision. Choose innovation. Choose robotic-assisted knee and hip replacement. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
You're going to love the new interactive website from Roxu Screen Printers. Now you can create your custom t-shirt design online. Simply choose a t-shirt or hat style, easily upload your logo, or create the perfect design. Workwear, tees, uniforms, polos, and caps, and let's not forget those special occasion tees, all designed online by you. Go to ROKZOO.com, Roxu Screen Printing in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock. 24/7 at the all-new Roxu.com.
It is halftime here at Phoenix, Arizona on the campus of Alhambra High School. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. The Mingus Union Marauders, Nick, doing a phenomenal job so far, carrying a confident lead here as we head into halftime, and it is led by Angelo Alvarez.
I mean, what a weapon. The Marauders have really found their dark horse in Angelo Alvarez. Love the way he runs the football. Runs with just such a hard nose and I'm going to give you a lick mentality when he's got that football. Very, very tough to stop. And a lot of credit goes to the big guys.
Yep.
I can't mention the big guys enough. They're opening the holes down there. Zach Harrison's playing really well, which helps open up the running lanes. So the Marauders right now clicking on all cylinders. Key to this one, let's see if they can't continue that into the second half.
Well, that was one of our 3 keys of the game. Let's bring them up here on screen and talk about them a little bit here. And the first and foremost is of course, second half stamina. That is going to be very, very key for the Mingus Union Marauders. We talked about it a little bit during the pregame show and throughout the game. The Marauders doing a lot of their scoring in the first half, of course. A lot of guys playing on both sides of the field. Most of the offensive line plays also the defensive line. So second half stamina, we're going to have to wait on that one to see if the Marauders can come back out, score quickly, keep their legs fresh, and hopefully walk away with a bigger victory. They're currently leading 37-0. Continue to win special teams. I got to say, so far, minus, of course, the onside kick return, which is a great play call by Alhambra, by the way, to catch Mingus off guard early on. The Marauders have done a great job winning special teams. Marcus Bueno has done a phenomenal job with his leg. And no turnovers. Do have a turnover, however, unfortunately. But, outside of that, Mingus has kept up. Their penalty yards have been very minimal. And outside of, a couple blemishes here on the scoreboard, Mingus Union playing a solid game on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and they're playing smart. Like you said, turnovers, okay right now, good. Marauders got to maintain that. Penalties, we've seen almost none. I don't even think any on the Marauders so far. That's a great statistic. The encroachment, that's right. And that's a key one.
Yep.
But now if Marauders can keep that clean, that's a good way to get into the second half. They're going to go in there right now and talk about how they're going to stop Moreno, because Moreno's one of the only Lions right now that's hurting those guys. So the Marauders playing well, like you said, all aspects of the game. Like that onside kick in the beginning, that's a great coaching call, because no one's really ready for that. I don't know you're ready to open up a game with an onside kick. Alhambra knew they were doing it, and they executed it really well. And then to counteract that, Bueno knocking a 35-yard field goal through, that's what kind of tilts the scale to winning the special teams.
Yeah, a great kick by Marcus Bueno. He has been phenomenal so far for the Marauders this season. Let's take a look at some of the stat leaders for the Mingus Union Marauders. Of course, Zach Harrison, the quarterback for Mingus Union, doing a great job of operating in the offense. Of course, did have a couple snaps not go his way, but not too much damage done. As we look at his statistics here, Zach's got a rushing touchdown so far, has been able to air out the ball. As we take a look, 5 for 6, 146 yards passing, 1 rushing touchdown and 1 passing touchdown. But great to see the senior quarterback really start to establish himself here in the offense.
You can tell he's getting comfortable.
Yep.
You can totally tell he's getting comfortable in the offense. Senior year, he's really taking that leadership role. You can tell down there. He's making smart plays at the line of scrimmage and loving the way he's playing. He's playing great, executing well, keeping that ball in a safe zone, not putting it up for any of the Lions defensive backs to come down with it. And the Marauders executing well. Give a lot of credit to that offensive line, which we're going to continue to do all night, because they're keeping Harrison clean back there.
Angelo Alvarez, of course, for the Mingus Union Marauders, El Toro, as we will call him respectively here, also phenomenal on the ground for Mingus Union, phenomenal through the air. He's got 2 receiving touchdowns. He's got the 1 rushing touchdown. 3 carries, 89 yards for the senior running back, Angelo Alvarez. We knew he was good. He's continuing his really good play.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be in the running for one of the region running backs of the season. You see there's his reception stats that were just on screen. Incredible. He's playing great, and he's a multi-use weapon, so you can use him in the air game, you can use him on the ground, and just like last week, the Eagles could not stop him. Right now, the Lions are having trouble stopping him.
Hunter Perkins as well, finding his way in the offense. Makai Arnado had a couple great runs, picked up a couple first downs for the Marauders too. You mentioned the offensive line as well, playing very, very well. Nick, Mingus Union, like we mentioned, coming into this game, looking for a victory. Right now, they're in a great position to do so, up 37-0. But let's shift our focus here to Alhambra. I know they've been struggling a little bit, but one of the positives for them as well is they've kept their penalty yards down. Only a handful of penalties for Alhambra. Only really had, of course, the interception and a fumble recovery, so nothing too crazy in terms of the turnovers. Let's take a look at Moreno's stats here. Moreno doing it more on the ground with his legs, but did have a great reception over the air, 4 for 8 for 33 yards with 1 interception so far tonight. The kid's got the arm. It's just making that connection that just hasn't been there yet tonight.
Yeah, and he's a junior too, so he's going to have another season to coming in and feeling out the offense. So he's going to continue to progress, just like we've seen Zach Harrison. And we continue to see that on a weekly basis. And Moreno's right there. He's a great athlete. Already on their very first drive the Lions had was almost able to scramble out of a lot of loss there. He didn't. Unfortunately, Marauders were able to get to him. But yeah, very dangerous with his legs. And if he could just build a little bit of chemistry during halftime here with one of those wide receivers, say, hey, let's find each other a couple times this half, that's going to help the Lions tremendously.
Mingus Union currently leading 37-0 here at halftime. When we come back, we'll be joined by Gretchen Westbrock, the swim coach for Mingus Union High School, as the Marauders get ready for state qualifiers in the pool. It is halftime here at Alhambra High School. We've got second half action coming right here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. Stay with us.
Two things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Welcome you back to the halftime show here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. I'm your host, Philip Catalfamo, and I am joined now by Mingus Union High School swim coach Gretchen Westbrock. Coach Westbrock, welcome on to the halftime show.
Thanks for having me. Love being here.
Well, we're very happy to have you. It's a very exciting time for the swim team at Mingus Union High School and throughout the entire state of Arizona, of course. So far, the Marauders have completed 2 out of the 4 qualifiers so far. What's coming up? I know you guys got a couple more qualifiers in October, but where are we at right now?
Well, it's been a fantastic season. We did complete 2 qualifiers. One of them was after a long trip to Kingman, and they turned around 2 days later and went to swim in Brophy and did phenomenal. We're sitting at right now 13 individual swims that have qualified as state provisional times. 1 automatic time, and all 3 boys relays are in with state provisional times, and 2 out of the 3 girls relays have state provisional times. So it's exciting. And again, early in the season, still 2 more opportunities in October for our swimmers to be able to qualify if they have provisional times, to get those shaved down closer to automatics, if not automatics. So they're doing a phenomenal job.
Well, it sounds like it, Coach. Let's throw out some names there. I mean, you mentioned a lot of kids qualifying this season. Who's been really swimming well for you?
Well, I have to reference my list because there's so many. So I'm just going to go kind of through the group who has some state provisionals. Ali Kozowski's got a provisional time in the 50. Avery Treesize, a freshman, has a provisional time in the 50 free. Brooke Peterson, a senior who won 4th last year at state in the 50, has an automatic time in the 50 this year, so she's going. Her 100 free is a provisional time right now. Hunter Kogel, just in the Brophy invite, got a provisional time in the 100 freestyle, which is fantastic. Jackson Moore, a junior, provisional time in the 100 free. Jade Bach, who's been a state swimmer prior, has provisional times in both the 50 and 100. Kenzie Fangman, another freshman, has provisional times in the 200 IM and the 100 fly. Landon Treesize has provisional time in a couple of events as well, and looking to be pretty close to automatics as we get into October. Race Armstrong, who's a junior and normally a distance swimmer. He swam the 100 in Brophy and got a provisional time. Sean Hogarth, provisional time in the 100 free. And Witten Armstrong, who is a freshman on the boys' side, has 2 provisional times, so 50 and 100 free. So exciting to see. It's not just our juniors and seniors that are excelling, but all the way through our freshman, sophomore class.
Well, that's awesome to hear, Coach. Congratulations on having so many kids again. I mean, I know the Marauder swim team is one of the best, but it's great to see these kids getting an opportunity to compete and continue to compete well. Obviously, we talked about it when you got a chance to come onto our program Off the Bench to talk a little bit about some of the issues you guys had last year with COVID, but now hosting meets, everybody's getting to swim in the same pool, which is great. We're getting very, very close to the end of the season. So far, the team has had 4 double dual meets. 7 wins, 1 loss right now for the Marauders. What's coming up for Mingus Union?
Well, we've got competition against Flagstaff. Next week, we'll be traveling up to them, and we haven't done that in a long time. So excited. Flagstaff's got a great team, Division II team, a lot of depth with them. We've got Marcos Deniza coming to us. We haven't competed against them since I've been coaching. So that'll be fun to have them traveling to us. And then end of season, we finish out our senior night with our traditional Heisley Estes Cup with Sedona, and Winslow will be joining us for that meet as well. So got some great things to look forward to. Again, the 2 invitationals in October, one right after fall break, and then a last chance qualifier right before the week before state to see if I've got any that have got that last bit in them. So we've still got a lot of training. It's getting real. In fact, yesterday at practice, kids were like, "Whoa, coach, this is hard stuff." I said, "That's right. That's where we're at in the season. I got to, keep things built up so that we can taper them down when it's time for them to be performing at their best."
Well, Coach, congratulations. Best of luck going forward on the season. Thank you very much for coming on the halftime show to get us updated on Marauder swimming.
Awesome. Thanks.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more football action for you as we get ready for the second half as the Marauders take on the Alhambra Lions right here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. Don't go anywhere.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
Want to thank Coach Gretchen Westbrock for coming on the halftime show to get us caught up on the Mingus Union swim team. As you can see, the Mingus Union Marauders Spirit Line getting the the away crowd fired up here as we get ready for second half football. As the Mingus Union Marauders currently lead 37-0 against the home Alhambra Lions. Matt Green is number 11 for Alhambra, and we saw him a little bit at the end of the first half. So hopefully that doesn't mean that Roman Romero is hurt, but just more utilized in a different aspect of the offense. But of course, that question will be answered, as you all saw me squint on camera. But hopefully that question will be answered once we get the second half kicked off. But Nick, let's talk about some adjustments Mingus Union needs to make. I know they're currently leading 37-0, but there's always room for improvement. Is there any area you would like to see them sort of pick up a little bit?
They're going to have to be ready for some adversity, because I think that they're sitting Moreno a little bit, because obviously he's doing a lot of this groundwork himself.
Right.
And Green has put up some stats over the last couple games for Alhambra. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit more of Green. And then you're watching Moreno catch his legs and catch a little bit of a break, comes out with some fresh legs against that Marauder defense. So Marauders got to be ready for a little bit of a change up here, I think. Even if they don't change it up, you got to be ready for it. Otherwise, Marauders just got to continue to execute. They're executing really well. Defensive line's getting in the backfield. Defensive backs are doing great on coverage. Moreno's Green's got nowhere to throw that ball when they drop back. So really, not too many changes on the defensive side of the ball, besides just being ready for a little bit of a change.
I do want to update Alhambra fans. Moreno is on the field. I didn't want to speculate that he was hurt. We just didn't see him a whole lot at the end of the second half, or into the first half. But he is on the field. Another thing I'd like to see Mingus improve on is ball security. There's been a few times, and they've fallen on it a couple times. I think they've only lost one fumble, but ball security and falling on top of the ball, making sure that when they're running, they're tucking the ball in. We've seen a couple low snaps, a couple high snaps, so cleaning that up a little bit. Of course, those opportunities could result into scoring opportunities for Alhambra. So I would say ball security would be the number one concern for Mingus Union coming into this. And of course, you and I talked about it the second half stamina. Mingus Union has got to come out here in the second half and think that this game is 0-0. Because if they go into this thinking it's 37-0, they could turn around and before they know it, it's 21-37, 30-37, 40-37. I mean, Alhambra has shown some flashes. They've been very minimal, but they have shown some flashes that they can utilize Moreno properly in the offense, and he can get it done with his legs. We've talked about it. Mingus has not seen a scrambling quarterback yet, and this is only going to help prepare them for the game against Bradshaw next week, and when they eventually get a chance to take on Lee Williams. And Devon Santos, the scrambling quarterback for Lee Williams, is a guy who was a problem causer for Mingus last year. So this kind of gives them an opportunity to practice on that containment and practice on flushing a scrambling quarterback out of the or keeping the scrambling quarterback in the pocket.
Yeah, and that's a great point you make, because the last thing you want to give a scrambling quarterback on the other side is a turnover.
Yep.
And you got to give a lot of credit to the Alhambra Lions, because both the fumbles we've seen, only one went to the Lions. The other one, Marauders were able to recover, but they were both jarred out by the defense.
Yep.
So when you're running that football, like you said, it's all about ball security. You already know that the Lions are going to be trying to jar that ball out, which they've done a great job of. Already two let's call them jars out tonight, and the ball's been on the turf. So Marauders, like you said, that's a great point you make. They got to clean that up, because you don't want a scrambling quarterback to get hot. Alhambra's not going to be as competitive. Some of these further teams we play in region, who, like you just said, are going to bring that scrambling quarterback game, and that's dangerous.
Marcus Bueno will send it down the field for Mingus Union High School. I want to thank some sponsors here: Roxu Screen Printers, Jackson Hewitt Rice Accounting, and Tiffany Construction for sponsoring tonight's broadcast, and of course Cottonwood Public Library and Larry Green Chevrolet, along with Verde Lee Market, which we'll talk about the Verde Lee Market player of the game here when we get closer to the fourth quarter. Angelo Alvarez making a good case for himself. Hunter Perkins making a good case. Zach Harrison, we haven't gotten a chance to get Harrison up there just yet. Makai Arnado, the entire offensive line. Can we give it to the whole line, Nick?
I wish we could.
Ball sent downfield. Moreno will let it go right over his head into the end zone. So Alhambra will start on their own 20 here as they look to make up some ground from the first half. And we'll see where the Marauders are in terms of stamina. Do a lot of their scoring in the first half, but in the second half does get a little bit tougher. So we'll see if Mingus can overcome that here tonight and stay hydrated. Thankfully, though, Nick, it has not been too hot here in Phoenix.
Yep, and good camera work down there by Jordan Woods. You just saw Moreno kind of jog to the sidelines there as Jordan followed him with the camera. And yeah, that's the Lions' premier athlete tonight. He's got a lot of stats. He's going back out there for his offensive huddle now. And yeah, staying hydrated. Let's see. This is going to be the true test here for the Marauders. See if they can't keep that second half stamina up, which they are going to need if they want a chance to get into the playoffs.
Green will line up as the quarterback for Alhambra. He is number 11. Moreno, the running back now, lining up in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to Moreno. He's going to try to cut back, still on his feet. Moreno on the left side. He's got room to run. Moreno gets past the 50, past the 45. He gets brought down around the 40. Big run for Roman Moreno, the now running back for Alhambra.
Huge run. What a play call by the Lions. That's a great inside fake. Green takes over at quarterback. And just like we called it, Philip, we're going to see some different weapons. And the Marauders were not ready for that change up there. Moreno looks great at the running back position as well.
So now that'll bring up 1st and 10 on the Marauder 42-yard line, as now Green will operate in the backfield again. Moreno lined up along behind him. Green takes the snap. It's low. He's going to pick it up and hand it off to Moreno on the left side. Moreno cuts back now. He's going right. Still got some room to run. Moreno brought down before the first down. Good little run there for Moreno, about 4 yards.
Yeah, and that's, that's some grinding running there coming from the quarterback that we saw in most of the first half, now lined up at the running back position. And, boy, you think the Lions are like, man, we should have started Moreno at the running back spot. He's doing great so far on this drive.
Now Alhambra continuing their momentum here, 11-12 to go in the third quarter. Ball on their on the Marauder 42. Green takes the snap, dropping back to pass this time. Pressure coming. He's going to run up the middle. Green is going to slide just short of the first down. He'll fall down around the 35-yard line, so that will bring up third down.
Ball to the 35-yard line.
See Dirkolek waiting there for Green as he slid. Doing a good job of protecting the ball and going down with no damage done.
A smart play by the quarterback, Green, there.
So the ball will be on the Marauder 35 as Alhambra knocking on the door of a possible touchdown here to break the goose egg on the scoreboard. 37-0, Mingus leading. Green operating in the shotgun formation. Moreno behind him. Green, low snap, flips it high and left. It's loose. Green's going to scoop it up around the 50. Marauders trying to bring him down. Green will get brought down now at the 45-yard line, so a loss of about 10 for Alhambra on that pitch to the left that goes almost over the head of Roman Moreno, the intended running back.
Yeah, nice job by Moreno just to get up there, use his vertical, and get the football, because otherwise Marauders' big guys are licking their chops out there, looking to take that the other way. And you see Green turns into a blocker. Awfully quick out there for the Lions. And, boy, big fourth down here. Marauders would love a stop, and the Lions would love to continue this drive.
9 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Again, the ball spotted on the Marauder 45. Alhambra looking for a first down here on fourth down, but instead they're going to punt. Moreno lined up behind the Alhambra 45-yard line, getting ready to receive the punt. Brazen Dirkelek lined up around the Marauder 10. That ball is sent downfield. Dirkelek will pick it up around the 15. He's going to have to fall on top of it as it bounces behind him. He'll pick it up. He'll cut back. Still on his feet on the right side. Dirkelek's got a lot of room to run now on the 40. Gets past the 50, now past the 45. He'll get brought down now on the Alhambra 40. Good return there from Brazen Dirkelek on what looked like a possible nightmare of a return.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. Dirkelek using his agility out there, man. He's quick. He's tough to wrap up and bring down. The Lions struggled with it there. He's able to get on the sidelines and just get upfield. You see the replay there, using his speed.
Some great blocks ahead there, you can see, for Mingus Union.
I love it. The great communication while these guys are running the football downfield. We've seen that how many times from Alvarez and Harrison, kind of communicating with each other, whether it's a finger point, Alvarez pointing to Freddie Jimenez for a block earlier. That's incredible stuff. That's good communication. The offense is churning.
Harrison under center. He's going to take the snap, hand it off to the left side. That's going to be Hunter Perkins. Perkins looking for a hole to run. He might have one on the left side. Perkins now past the 30, looking to get a block ahead by Kyle Ramirez, and instead Perkins will get brought down around the 15-yard line. A huge gain on the ground for the Marauders.
Boy, Perkins starting to kind of come out of that backfield and showcase what a weapon he is. Great job by the lineman. Boy, there you see Miller pulling, Loretto pulling.
You see Kyle Ramirez there, lead blocker. And look, there's Esteban Loretto. Oh no, that's Glassman.
Getting upfield.
Yeah, great job by the Marauder offensive line. We're going to get a timeout on the side of Mingus Union. So when we come back, the Marauders will be first and 10 on the Alhambra 17 with 8:52 to go in the third.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on fuel with the Marathon Make It Count reward program. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
8 minutes and 52 seconds left here in the third quarter. Mingus Union with an opportunity to score here early on. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. And Marauders will get an opportunity here on the Alhambra 17 on first and 10. Looking to extend this big lead.
Here's your big guys out there. You see Miller, Lathon, Anthony Islas, Nick Chote. Boy, those guys are doing a great job moving that Lions defensive line back.
Harrison takes the snap, hands it off right up the gut to Makai Arnado. Arnado still on his feet, fighting his way for a first down. He'll pick it up and get the Marauders in near the goal line.
Yeah, nice job. And just as we're talking about them, those big guys surge off the line of scrimmage and move those Lions back, open up just a great hole. Nick Chote does a good job of turning his back, giving his running back a lane to run through.
So now it'll be first and goal for the Mingus Union Marauders. Ball spotted on the Alhambra 4. Mingus Union looking to extend their lead up 37-0 here. Harrison under center. Man to the backfield, that's Arnado. Harrison's going to hand it off to Makai Arnado. He's going to get into the end zone for his first rushing touchdown of the season.
Yeah, well-deserved, too. Great job by Makai running the football. And, boy, utilizing all these different weapons. Marauders looking sharp, already making it 43-0 just in the beginning of the second half here.
So now the lead will extend 43-0 for the Mingus Union Marauders on the little handoff there to Makai Arnado as Marcus Bueno will be on for the point after. Bueno awaiting the snap here. Snap is away, kick is up, and Marcus Bueno does get that one through the upright. So Mingus Union will extend their lead 44-0. 8:30 to go here in the third quarter. Stay with us.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
Mingus Union High School leading 44-0 here against Alhambra. We'll get a little squib kick. It will roll out of bounds around the 20-yard line. So Alhambra will start around the 23. We've got a late hit here and a flag down on the field as one of the Marauders are down. And I think it's Marcus Bueno.
He might have taken a big lick there. It looks like some of the Marauders are kind of calling that out. I know the flag is going to be on kicking out of bounds, but it could be on something else. We're going to take a little bit of
That's not Marcus
here.
Bueno. It is Anthony Rodriguez. Just want to make that very clear. Did not get a chance to see the number, but Anthony Rodriguez was almost, looked like he was maybe blindsided. And right now he is slow to get up. Probably got the wind knocked out of him, but Marauders down on the field here. Alhambra as well down on the field. And
I mean, it brings up a good point, Philip, in that, you know, you got to play smart. You have to play smart. The Marauders have got to realize that they're up big right now at Alhambra's home. Okay, so anything starts to go awry and you get some cheap shots, just take the penalties. Let the other team, you know, they're going to have to work that out. Not saying that's what it was. I didn't quite see that hit. I think it was a little bit behind the play, but nonetheless, it's a special teams play. It's a kickoff, so everyone's sprinting downfield. You got to be careful. You got to always have your head up. Nice to see that young man jogging right off the
Anthony
field.
Rodriguez making his way off the field on his own power, so the referees are talking it over to see what happened. You know, could have been a clean big hit for all we know. I mean, we're not going to say anything negative. I mean, nothing was intentional.
A little bit behind the play.
All we did was saw it. There's just somebody down on the field. So whatever happened, and we're just going to move on here. So the ball will be spotted on the 35-yard line.
There's just to make it known, no personal fouls called on
nothing.
that.
Nothing
just like that.
Just a good clean hit, looked like. So we'll pick it up here again. It'll be Green taking the snap. He'll hand it off. Moreno trying to run up the middle to get the first down. Moreno still charging his way here. He gets brought down around the 40, so it'll be about a run of 5.
Yeah, and obviously Moreno's going to be the bread and butter for him this half, and so far it's working. Alhambra's able to put together a couple drives. They haven't got any points on the board, but with Moreno at the running back position, the Marauders have got to make some more adjustments.
So 7 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. 44-0 our score. Green working out of the backfield here with Moreno lined up behind him. Green takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. Moreno trying to get a run on the left side, and he will get brought down, maybe a gain of 1 on that run.
And that's a great job by that interior defensive line for the Marauders. Those are tough yards to get, especially for someone. I know he's not playing the quarterback position currently. Green's in there throwing the ball for the Lions. But, boy, that's some big hitting in the interior there.
So now to bring up third down and short here for Alhambra. Ball on their own 44. Green operating again out of the backfield. Green takes the snap, hands it off right side. That's going to be Moreno. Moreno wrapped up from behind. Brought down, no gain on that run.
Yeah, what a great play by the Marauders, being fast out there. And that's going to be Leckington on the tackle. Man, he got through that line of scrimmage so fast. I mean, Moreno didn't even know what happened before he was tackled. You can see the replay here. Moreno gets a handoff, and yeah, Leckington comes from the other side of the football. That's a great defensive play. You're a defensive coach. That's what you're going to show on when you're going over game film. You got to play like that right there. Nice job, Leckington.
So that'll bring up fourth down as the Marauders will get an opportunity here on offense. Dirkelek lining up around the 25, and we'll get a timeout on the side of Alhambra. 6:16 to go here in the third quarter. Stay with us. Mingus Union leading 44-0.
Yavapai College has 6 campuses and centers in Sedona, the Prescott area, and the Verde Valley. With more than 100 degree and certificate programs, YC has what you need to jumpstart your academic journey. Our athletics teams are some of the best in the nation, and we have plenty of student-led clubs, organizations, and activities. Our full-time student discount makes YC the most affordable option in Arizona for a full-time student. Learn more today at yc.edu.
6:16 to go here in the third quarter. 44-0, Mingus Union leading the home team, the Alhambra Lions. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. Marauders getting an opportunity here, possibly on offense, as Roman Moreno will look to send it downfield. And instead, Green's going to line up and try to convert the first down. Green, short pass to the left side is completed to Barnes. Barnes trying to cut upfield to get the first down. He will. Barnes will get out of bounds around the 50-yard line. First down, Alhambra.
Yeah, great patience by Green. Takes a snap. Obviously, the Marauders are going to bring some pressure, and they look like they were ready. I mean, the Marauders look ready for the fake, which it was. And you're going to see Green take it right here. Fake. He's going to pass it to the side. And, boy, Barnes just does a great job of making a guy miss and getting the first down.
So it'll be 1st and 10 now for Alhambra with 5:40 to go here in the third quarter. Green again lined up in the backfield along with Moreno. Green takes the snap, hands it off. Moreno up the gut, looking for another first down. Instead, he'll pick up 5 on that run.
Yeah, that's some hard-nosed running right there. Moreno's going to be feeling that tomorrow. He's hitting a lot of the Marauders right at that line of scrimmage. And give him a lot of credit. He's doing a good job of keeping his feet turning, because he's coming up with a second and not too far away here on what looked like it could have been a loss.
2nd and 5 here for Alhambra. Ball spotted on the 49-yard line. That is the Alhambra 49. Green waiting to take the snap. Snap is away. He'll drop back to pass. Green on the right side looking for somebody. It is completed to the right side. Big first down for Alhambra as Keyshawn Lindsay gets the reception.
Yeah, how about that? Green finding his wide receivers. Green looking good already. 2 completions. And that's how you step in and play quarterback.
So that'll move the chains to the 27-yard line, and Alhambra knocking on the door against Mingus here. Looking to get into the end zone. 4:25 to go here in the third quarter. Green with Moreno lined up behind him. Takes the snap. Hands it off. Moreno cuts back upfield to the left side. He's brought down. Small gain there on that run. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
And I'll tell you what, having Moreno line up at that running back position has been quite the coaching adjustment for Alhambra.
Yeah.
Green looks comfortable in the pocket. He's got some mobility as well. We saw him take a slide earlier, so you know he's got some maturity at the quarterback position. And then, boy, Moreno was a running back. Scary.
Green again lining up in the backfield. Moreno behind him. 2nd and 7 on the 27, the Mingus 27. Green takes the snap, dropping back to pass for the Lions. It is almost intercepted, but falls incomplete, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Short pass, short pass attempt on the right side.
Yeah, and who else other than Leckington? Man, he's had a great defensive drive for himself on defense for the Marauders right now. Almost, if he catches that, he's gone. He's gone the other way, and no Moreno, no one's catching him on that. Nice job by the Marauders defensive backs there.
Coming up to under 3 minutes here in the third quarter. 44-0 here. It'll bring up 3rd and 7. Ball on the Marauder 27. Mingus Union looking for a stop and a score. Green takes the snap, dropping back to pass, looking left. Got a lot of room to pass. He will send it to the left side. It is incomplete. Looking into the end zone there to Barnes. It falls incomplete and will bring up 4th down.
And I love the ball. It was a great ball by Green. You see his offensive line gives him plenty of time in there, only rushing the 3. 5 guys blocking the 3. The Marauders still do a good job of getting a little pressure, but watch Green here just in the pocket, able to set his feet and deliver a great ball. Just give a lot of credit to our DBs back there. Again, knocking that ball down, making sure nobody's going to catch it from the Lions side.
So to bring up 4th and 7 here for Alhambra, they will go for the conversion.
4th and 9.
Yeah, why not? I agree with that.
Oh, yeah, you might as well.
You got to put some points up at 44-0 right now. Almost going into the 4th.
Yeah, we're getting close to under 2 minutes here. We'll get another timeout here on the side of Charles Rivera and the Alhambra Lions. Mingus Union leading 44-0, 2 minutes and 6 seconds left in the third.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $16 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
2 minutes and 6 seconds left here in the third quarter. Mingus Union High School up 44-0 against Alhambra. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. Nick, Marauders offensively have been doing a great job, but how about a nice drive here from Alhambra, putting a little pressure on the Marauders?
Yeah, and you know, this was their halftime adjustments have been wonderful. I mean, really, they came out and gave the Marauders a little bit of a different style than what we saw in that first half. And Moreno with the running back position and Green at quarterback is definitely suiting the Lions much better this second half here.
So it is 4th down here for Alhambra as they look to convert. Ball spotted on the Marauder 27. 4th and 7. Green. Line up in the backfield. Takes the snap, trips right. Green looking to pass, flushed out of the pocket. Green's going to try to run for the first down, and it looks like he's just short. But that, not a bad run there by Green to try to cut up field and get that first down. Just a little short now to be a turnover.
Well, he's close. They might throw that to the middle.
They're going to do it. They are. They're going to give it to him.
Here we go. Nice job, Green. That's a very, very smart play. He takes one look downfield. He knows he's got, look at Leckington's the one chasing him. What a series he's had, and able to just get the first down. Nice job.
So it'll be, 1st and 10 here as Green is able to convert the first down. Ball spotted on the Marauder 18. Green's going to hand it off to Moreno. Moreno spins away from a defender, is wrapped up almost immediately right at the 20, and is brought down. That'll bring up second down.
Yeah, and I like the big hit by Wharf at the end there. Moreno kind of puts his fist in the ground, does a little spin move to keep himself up, and Austin Wharf comes in with his shoulder pads lowered and says, all right, well, here's your hip. Boom. It's a good hit.
Got about under a minute here in the third quarter. Green again lining up in the backfield alongside with Moreno. Green takes the snap, dropping back to pass, looking left, going to try to air it out. It is tipped around and almost intercepted, but falls incomplete. Pass intended to number 4, Brunston. And that'll bring up third down.
Oh, he's so close, huh? And Green has almost found Brunston a couple times now, and boy, that's a dangerous play for the Lions. If they can get that down pat, that's going to work great. But again, credit goes to that Marauders defensive back, and especially the big guys up front applying the pressure.
Third down here for Alhambra. We're getting close to the end of the third quarter. Green trying to get one play off before we head to the fourth. Green takes the snap, dropping back, looking to pass on the right side. It is. Is that intercepted? It will fall incomplete. A little joust between the receiver and the Marauder defender. It does go incomplete, and that will end the third quarter. So when we come back, it'll be the fourth, and it'll be fourth down. Stay with us here as Mingus Union leads 44-0.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $16 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
Fourth quarter action getting underway here at Alhambra High School as the Alhambra Lions looking to convert here on 4th and 11 on the Marauder 18. Green lined up in the backfield. Takes the snap, dropping back to pass. Snap is low and the play is dead, so that will be a turnover.
Yep, easy turnover for the Marauders there. Just a snap to the ground, and looked like Green kind of slipped trying to pick that up. And nice job on the refs just blowing that one dead, because Dirkelek was coming in with some speed, and you don't want to see anyone get hurt on a play like that. And boy, the Marauders really looking to close this one out.
Mingus Union will get an opportunity here on their own, on their own 22. 1st and 10 for the Marauders with 11:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Want to take a look here at our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. Mingus Union up 44-0. Harrison under center. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off up the gut. Makai Arnado gets the first down. Gets past the 45 and is brought down around the 40.
Boy, and Arnado's having himself a game tonight. That's going to be his 4th run of the night. And he's at, 38 yards. Nice job, Kai.
So it'll be a first down. Makai Arnado making his presence known in the Marauder offense. Picks up a big first down, keeps the chains moving for the Mingus Union Marauders, as the ball will be on their own 37, looking to get it to the Alhambra side of the field. Harrison under center. Takes the snap. Hands it off to the right side. This time, Brazen Dirkelek able to bounce off a defender or two. Still on his feet, fighting his way for a first down. He's brought down, so not close to the first down, but a good run there by Brazen Dirkelek.
Man, Dirkelek really making a name for himself out there. I think there was about 7 Lions that was in on that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can't take him down. Finally, at the end of the play, someone just got to get into his hip. Nice job, Dirkelek.
10 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And like you said, Brazen doing his best Angelo Alvarez impression. All these guys bouncing off him. So Mingus Union again moving the chains here on 2nd down. Looking to pick up the first. Harrison under center. Takes the snap. Hands it off right side. Makai Arnado gets the first down. Still fighting his way for a little bit more. Brought down around the 40. Another big run for Makai.
Yeah, huge chunk plays for Makai. He's going to be in that huddle going, all right, keep feeding me the football. This is getting fun now.
Just a good run there right up the middle by Makai Arnado, bouncing off a few more defenders. Gets another big run, and now we'll see what the Marauders can do here on 1st and 10. Now on the Alhambra side of the football field, on the Alhambra 41.
You can see the linemen winning that line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
All Makai needed was just a little bit of a push to get up into that secondary, and that's where he went.
Harrison under center. Takes the snap. Hands it off left side this time. Makai Arnado fighting his way through right up the middle, is finally brought down around the 20-yard line. He is hard to bring down. Makai Arnado racking up the yards late in this one.
He's had 3 big runs on this drive here, and the first run goes about 12, second run 15, and third run we're at about 20. So he continues to have these chunk plays, and nice job, well deserved by that young man.
We'll see if Makai can punch it in here for the Mingus Union Marauders, as we're getting close to about 8:50 here in the fourth. Ball spotted on the Alhambra 21, 1st and 10 for Mingus Union. Harrison under center. Arnado in the backfield along with Brazen Dirkelek. Harrison, man in motion, that's Ramirez. He's going to flip it to the left side. Kyle Ramirez has got some room to run. Ramirez breaks a few tackles, gets the first down, is brought down around the 5-yard line. Good run from Kyle Ramirez.
Yeah, I like to see the young guns out there. That's great. Haven't seen too much of Ramirez, but boy, he comes in and does a great job of taking just a little bit of a pitch outside. And who else but Arnuado, Dirkolek out there blocking. Big Nick Chote's all the way upfield at the end of that play. And, boy, that's what happens when you're firing on all cylinders. Marauders are looking great.
Getting close to under 8 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Mingus Union first and goal, looking to punch it in and extend this lead even more. Harrison, this time lining up in the backfield. 2 wide receivers on both ends. Harrison's going to take the snap, hand it off. Makai Arnado is going to be kept by Zach Harrison. Harrison's going to run to the right side, gets the edge and into the end zone. Another rushing touchdown for Zach Harrison.
He hasn't needed too many touches, but he's got a couple rushing touchdowns, Harrison. Nice to see that. No one deserves it more than him leading this offense out there.
So Zach Harrison on the quarterback keeper, able to get into the end zone. 50-0, Mingus Union leads with about 7:53 to go in the fourth quarter. And Harrison doing a great job of getting to the edge and staying to the edge. We saw Zach using his legs a little bit more last week against Flagstaff, and continuing that here tonight as Marcus Bueno will be on for the point after attempt to make this a 51-0 game with about 7:50 to go in the fourth. Ramirez will run off field. Dirkolek will run to the left side. Waiting for the snap here. Snap is away. Kick is up, and it is good. Marcus Bueno knocks that one through. 51-0 goes our score. 7 minutes, 53 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Mingus Union leads Alhambra High School. Stay with us.
You're going to love the new interactive website from Roxu Screen Printers. Now you can create your custom t-shirt design online. Simply choose a t-shirt or hat style, easily upload your logo, or create the perfect design. Workwear, tees, uniforms, polos, and caps, and let's not forget those special occasion tees, all designed online by you. Go to ROKZOO.com, Roxu Screen Printing in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock. 24/7 at the all-new Roxu.com.
Marcus Bueno will send it downfield to the Alhambra Lions as that ball will take a hop around the 20, now down to the 15 and 10, and recovered around the 10 by Moreno. Moreno trying to get the edge on the left side, does have some room to run, gets past the 30 and is brought down around the 35-yard line. And so that is where Alhambra will start their offensive drive. Mingus Union leading 51-0. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko here on KYBC or Verde Valley TV. Wherever you may be watching or listening, we are happy to have you along with us here on this Thursday night football game. So the Marauders looking to continue to shut down the offense for Alhambra and wrap this game up.
Yeah, nice job on the containment. Again, Moreno's got a lot of talent. All night we've seen that from Moreno. Yep. And, boy, when they have him lined up at running back, that's a different team almost.
Yeah. Yeah, Moreno has done a phenomenal job since moving from quarterback to running back. We've seen it here in the second half. We saw it in flashes in the first half, but also a lot of credit to Matt Green. He's had a couple good throws, haven't necessarily gone his way, but he's looked good throwing the football. As Green's going to take the snap and hand it off. This time it is to Yanez, the running back. He'll get a small gain on that run, and it'll bring up second down.
And see, now the problem is there's no time left because right now they're finding their hitch. I mean, having Green lined up at quarterback, we've already seen he's got good technicality back there. He knows how to play the quarterback role. Moreno's a great running back. And then there you see Yanez, a different weapon that they could have utilized. So a nice job by the Lions trying to get their offense on the board here.
Green's going to line up in the shotgun formation. Yanez right next to him. He's going to hand it off. Yanez on the right side looking for a first down. He'll get brought down again. Small run to the right side there by Alhambra, but it will bring up third down.
There's big Anthony Islis getting up first and then helping his fellow football players out. Good sportsmanship out there, picking up the Lions after he plants them.
6 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, getting real close to figuring out who our Verde Lee Market player of the game is. Well spotted on the Alhambra 42 here as Green operates in the offense from the backfield. Getting close to under 6 minutes here in the fourth. Green takes the snap, hands it off. That's going to be Yanez this time on the left side. He'll get brought down behind the line. We'll see if they give him the forward progress. They will, so it should be a first down for Alhambra. Good run there by the Lions.
Hey, Yanez able to get himself going. Another first, and the Lions are starting to march now. Like I said, just a little bit too late, but what a halftime adjustment there by the Lions to come out and change it up. And we called it. The Marauders have done a great job of kind of figuring it out because Green's a good quarterback back there, and you can see the replay there. That offensive line is doing their schemes and getting some good blocks out there now.
This time it will be Moreno lined up in the backfield with Green. Green's going to take the low snap, and all he can do is fall on top of it, so that will be a loss of yards, and we'll bring up second down here on the botched snap.
Yeah, smart play by the young quarterback there, just to kind of fall on it. We saw a very, very similar play. I think that was the first offensive play for Alhambra in the beginning of this game.
Yeah.
And Moreno picked it up and tried to make a big play out of it. Almost did, too, with his athleticism. But Green makes a smart play, just falls on it, and Alhambra surviving the drive here.
4 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Ball on the Alhambra 40 as they look to get it over the line here. After that loss of downs on the low snap. Green again in the shotgun formation. Moreno behind him. Green takes the snap. He's going to toss it. Quick pass to the left side is completed to Barnes. Barnes trying to cut up field. He will go out of bounds around the 40.
Yeah, just a short gain. It's a lot of work for just minimal yardage there, but they definitely trying to set up the screenplay there. You can see it on your replay here. Green, just a quick throw out and trying to get Barnes to that outside, and Alhambra almost does a good job, but again, Marauders defensive backs, they are on tonight, and they are buzzing.
Getting close to under 4 minutes here in the fourth quarter. As Green will again operate in the backfield. Moreno in the backfield as well. 3:50 to go here in the fourth. Green takes the snap, dropping back to pass, looking to pass. He's going to air it out, and it is intercepted by the Marauders around the 40.
And boy, 2 Marauders there looking to pick that one off.
Mario Camacho on the interception for Mingus Union. And now they take over on offense on their own 40-yard line. A nice pick by Camacho.
And that'll give each of the Lions quarterback an interception, but a lot of credit goes to the DBs. That's a great play on that by Camacho, able to get vertical and get that one. Otherwise, boy, Barnes can come down with that.
You know, I think Green wants that one back. That ball, I think he could have given a little bit more chutzpah on it and really completed over the top of those 2 DBs to Brunston. So not a bad idea there from the quarterback, Matt Green. Just, you know, maybe just off the hands, it didn't feel as good as he wanted it to. But anyway, Mingus Union will start here 1st and 10. On their own 40 with about 3 minutes to go here in the fourth. Harrison's going to hand it off, and this time it's going to be to Hunter Perkins. Perkins going to cut up field, get the first down around the 50, get brought down around the 40-yard line. Good run there by Hunter Perkins to pick up the first down and a little bit more. He does fall out of bounds, but Mingus Union, offense is still churning.
Yeah, no quit now. I like that. And they got the linemen still out there grinding. Those guys are playing both sides. I know they're giving them a little bit of a break on the defensive side, but you can see Glassman, Nick Chote fixing each other's pads out there. Boy, those guys are having quite a night. And Harrison better be taking the boys out for some steaks or some big protein meals here.
Possibly go down to the Verde Lee Market.
There we go.
Harrison will operate it in the backfield this time with Arnaudo alongside him. Harrison takes the snap. He's going to do a quick pass to the left side, completed to Ramirez. Ramirez trying to find his way for a few extra yards. He will get brought down. Small gain on that quick pass from Zach Harrison. And that'll keep the clock going as we get close to under 2 minutes here.
Yeah, and that's a 5-yard play out of almost nothing. I mean, Ramirez does a good job of just kind of avoiding any catastrophes there at the line of scrimmage and gets upfield. Harrison, he's feeling good tonight. He's only got 1 incompletion so far.
Second down here for Mingus Union. Ball on their own 42. Harrison back under center. Waiting to take the snap. He will. He'll hand it off left side. This time it's Hunter Perkins again. Perkins cutting upfield, gets the first down and a whole lot more. Hunter Perkins still on his feet past the 10 into the end zone. He will score. Hunter Perkins getting into the end zone for the Marauders and extending this lead here with 1:39 to go in the fourth. Mingus Union.
And look at Miller. Miller pulls out there, gets a good block on the edge. You got all your linemen downfield. I mean, that's just Anthony Islas is in the end zone celebrating with him. I mean, that's just premier. And clearly the second half stamina has been solved in this game at least.
That was Antonio Davila as well on the block ahead to give Perkins a little bit more room to run, as Marcus Bueno will be in for the extra point here to make it a 58-0 game. Kick is up, and it is good. Marcus Bueno knocks another one through the uprights, and Mingus Union will extend their lead 58-0 with 1:39 to go here in the fourth. Stay with us here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC.
Choose the region's most comprehensive heart program. Choose care close to home. Choose world-class surgeons. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Choose precision. Choose innovation. Choose robotic-assisted knee and hip replacement. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Bueno boots it downfield. It'll be recovered around the 10-yard line. Moreno trying to get something going here for Alhambra. He'll cut past the 20, now past the 25, and get brought down around the 30-yard line.
Alhambra takes the ball at the top the 5-yard line.
If you're the Marauders, you got to be real careful of anything extracurricular now.
Right.
And keep your cool. This game's coming down to an end. Big win for the Marauders. And how about the rebound? After a heartbreaking loss last week against Flagstaff, Marauders come into Alhambra's home, which, hey, watch from warm-ups. I know it's a school that's still trying to find its legs, but it's a big school. It's a 5A school, so it's a bigger division than us. And, boy, they have some athletes out there, and they got some big size out there, too. So the Marauders just do a great job execution all night. There you see on your screen, Islas, Leckington. Man, these guys had quite a night, deservedly so.
We get down to under 40 seconds here before we call it a night. Green will go under center into kneeling formation. He will take it and drop down to a knee, and that will do it. Mingus Union walking away with their biggest victory of the season so far, 58-0. A solid win for the Marauders. Their now attention will be turned to the game next Friday against Bradshaw Mountain, their second region matchup this year. Of course, we know Bradshaw will get an opportunity to play tomorrow, and it's going to be a tough battle in the year 2 matchup of Bradshaw Bob and the Bears taking on his former team of Mingus Union High School, whereas Alhambra will be back at home against Carl Hayden next week.
Yeah, best of luck to Alhambra, Carl Hayden. That's a big school right there, great football program. And, yeah, how about next week for the Marauders? We have Bradshaw Bob's coming, and, boy, it's going to be quite the game.
58-0 is our final score here as the Mingus Union Marauders get a victory on the road in Phoenix, Arizona. We'll get you caught up on this game and get you ready for next week, along with our Verde Lee Market Player of the Game. Stay with us here on KYBC and Verde Valley TV.
Yavapai College has 6 campuses and centers in Sedona, the Prescott area, and the Verde Valley. With more than 100 degree and certificate programs, YC has what you need to jumpstart your academic journey. Our athletics teams are some of the best in the nation, and we have plenty of student-led clubs, organizations, and activities. Our full-time student discount makes YC the most affordable option in Arizona for a full-time student. Learn more today at yc.edu.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on fuel with the Marathon Make It Count reward program. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
You're going to love the new interactive website from Roxu Screen Printers. Now you can create your custom t-shirt design online. Simply choose a t-shirt or hat style, easily upload your logo, or create the perfect design. Workwear, tees, uniforms, polos, and caps, and let's not forget those special occasion tees, all designed online by you. Go to ROKZOO.com, Roxu Screen Printing in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock. 24/7 at the all-new Roxu.com.
Choose precision. Choose innovation. Choose robotic-assisted knee and hip replacement. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
Choose the region's most comprehensive heart program. Choose care close to home. Choose world-class surgeons. Choose Northern Arizona Healthcare.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Welcome to the post-game report, brought to you by Gettles High Desert Mechanical Heating, AC, and Plumbing Specialist, online at GettlesHDM.com. Stick around for the game recap, including Marauder highlights, scores, and stats. And now let's head back to the press box. Here's your announcers, Philip Catalfamo and Nick Yatsinko.
A solid victory for those Mingus Union Marauders, 58-0 against Alhambra High School. Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko. And Nick, the Marauders do have a lot to be happy about. A bounce-back victory after a close, tough loss against Flagstaff next week. And this is something that's going to propel them into next week against region opponent Bradshaw Mountain.
Yeah, what a win. And nice to see the Marauders out there. You just saw them on film, jumping up and down, singing the fight song, deservedly so. They put up a heck of numbers tonight, which we'll talk about shortly. Offense played great. Defense played great. Another shutout. That's 2 shutouts on the season for the Marauders as they're getting more into region play. Yeah, what a rebound from last week. That's a heartbreaking game Marauders had against Flagstaff, almost edging it out. And then tonight to come back and rebound like that, big win against Alhambra.
It was a tough loss for Alhambra High School, but there were some bright spots as we take a look at their statistics before we get into Mingus Union. Of course, Roman Moreno, the starting quarterback turned running back, did a great job in the second half of really kind of controlling the offense a little bit on the ground. Started to make the Marauders sweat a little bit. 18 carries, 111 yards rushing. Moreno doing a great job with his legs, able to extend plays and really kind of be a bruiser for Alhambra.
Sure, he was definitely the bread and butter for the Lions tonight. And you can tell he was returning their kicks. Then you had support like Yanez. Right. Yanez, 8 carries, 33 yards. So able to utilize a couple different weapons, but Moreno, the main bread and butter for the Lions, he did outstanding tonight. Marauders really had to make some adjustments to that second half because they came out, changed it up with Green at quarterback, and looked much better.
Yeah, you can almost say Moreno is the pride of the Alhambra Lions, the way he was running the ball tonight. As you take a look as well, Matt Green coming in relief as the quarterback. Showed some flashes there, 3 for 8 with 36 yards passing, 1 interception. But, I thought Green did a good job of sort of steering the ship. It's just the Alhambra offense just couldn't get anything going.
Yeah, sure. And Green looks like a mature quarterback back there. He made smart plays. We saw a couple plays where he slid. You don't really see that in high school quarterbacks. That's ball protection, just awareness. So nice job by Green. I'm surprised Alhambra didn't start out with that because, man, when they went to it, it looked so smooth and so natural for that offense. But a lot of credit and kudos go to the Marauders defense and that swarming defensive line and linebacker core that they have.
Marauders defense, like Nick said, doing a great job of putting some pressure on Matt Green and Roman Moreno, as well as the running back Yanez as well. But Mingus Union offensively really coming alive on the ground, and it all starts with Angelo Alvarez.
Yeah, I mean, what a beast. Only a few carries tonight, chunk yards. Let's bring Perkins up. We had a couple different running backs.
Makai Arnado
come up big, and it's nice to see those different weapons get utilized a little bit because Alvarez, obviously such a beast running that football that you're Arnado, you're Perkins, you're on the sidelines waiting for your chance, or you're out there trying to block for Alvarez.
Right.
So when you get your chance, we saw them execute on it tonight. They did a great job. Perkins had a nice amount of yards, so did Arnado, and those guys, there's Perkins right there. He's 58 carries, 58 yards, sorry, that's great. He did great tonight.
Yeah, it's an all-around great effort by the Mingus Union Marauders. And, of course, we've got one last question to answer before we head off to the weekend and then get ready for next week at Bradshaw is who is our Verde Lee Market player of the game. Verde Lee Market is a fan favorite of locals and visitors. It's received hundreds of excellence on TripAdvisor. They make the best burgers, Italian subs, and mouthwatering Philly cheesesteaks, owned and operated locally since 2003. And if you are in the Cottonwood area, go check out the Verde Lee Market. Somebody who does go there, it's pretty solid. But Nick, got to be the quarterback.
Yeah,
Zach Harrison. Phenomenal game tonight. He is our Verde Lee Market player of the game. As we take a look at Zach's statistics, phenomenal game, not only through the air, was able to compete with his arm, but also with his legs, doing a great job. 2 rushing touchdowns for the senior quarterback. Of course, I think he had 2 or 3 passing touchdowns through the air, 2 of them going to Alvarez. As you take a look at their 6 for 7, 151 yards. He just feels so comfortable in the offense this year.
If you got a fantasy quarterback and you started him, you would have won. He played outstanding, and a lot of credit goes to him in the leadership role. We've been developing that over the last couple seasons. He started as a sophomore a few seasons ago. Junior year looked much better, and this year you can just tell he's composed. He's able to lead this team. It's so nice to see a quarterback get comfortable back in the pocket, able to make play calls at the line of scrimmage, change it up, and you got your linemen supporting you. That's huge, and Zach Harrison's done a great job of that. It's very, very nice to see the Marauders offense clicking. They put up a nice amount of points. 25 is the fewest amount of points we put up so far this season. That's great. I mean, that really is great. Going into region play, you need to carry that going into region play. You got to score at least 25. You're going to have chances to win these games, especially if you want a chance to get in the playoffs. And Zach Harrison, with his leadership and that senior role, has been doing an outstanding job, and what a great week for him.
Do want to thank Alhambra High School for hosting us here, and also want to wish the Lions best of luck on the season going forward. They'll be back here at home against Carl Hayden next week on October 1st. Meanwhile, the Mingus Union Marauders will have a date on the road to take on Bradshaw Bob and those pesky Bradshaw Bears, and we'll be there. We hope you are as well on October 1st. It's another rematch between the Marauders and the Bradshaw Mountain Bears as we continue for a Grand Canyon Region football. The Marauders are on the road taking on Bradshaw. We hope to see you there on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. For everybody here at Yavapai Broadcasting, I'm Philip Catalfamo alongside Nick Yatsinko, wishing you a great rest of your weekend, and we will see you at Bradshaw.
This has been the post-game report brought to you by Gettles High Desert Mechanical Heating, AC, and Plumbing Specialist, online at GettlesHDM.com.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettles High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders! This has been a presentation of Yavapai Broadcasting Sports. Any rebroadcast or use of this broadcast without written permission from Mingus Union High School or Yavapai Broadcasting is expressly prohibited. Tonight's Mingus Marauder game has been sponsored in part by Gettles High Desert Mechanical, offering solutions for your comfort. Northern Arizona Healthcare, improving health, improving people. And Suzy Q Market, the best road trips start at Suzy Q. Mingus Marauders football supporters also include Jackson Hewitt Rice Accounting with locations across northern Arizona. Larry Green Chevrolet, the People Place. And Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality. Mingus football on KYBC, Verde Valley TV, and MyRadioPlace.com is also brought to you by All Price Insurance. Call 634-2311 to get your quote. Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs. Yavapai College, you can, we can, together. and Rock Zoo Screen Printers, where clothing comes to rock. We'll return next week for exciting Mingus Marauder football action on KYBC 96.3 FM, online at myradioplace.com, or Verde Valley TV Sparklight Channel 1056 Suddenlink Channel 2.